Hey guys, Tyler2K here. Take two because I decided to scrap my recording kind of 5 minutes into it. Basically, this will be the proper breakdown of the v1.05 patch. I did release a preview or predictive video for this patch and patches to come where I did get quite a lot of it correct. Of course, that was done before the patch notes came out, but at the same time, I had put anywhere between 5 to 10 hours in that video, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna scrap like a 10-hour video just to make this video first. So, of course, I have that up. Now we're going to go over the actual patch notes. Also, this is going to be a little bit more interesting simply because I recognize that some people did want me to stream this, but I had realized after the fact that because there are going to be newer moves in this upcoming patch, that it's not really that great if I just do our normal thing where we take a look at the moves as they currently stand and how they're going to be better in version 1.05, but to kind of split it. So we're going to do our normal v1.05 breakdown. Then we're going to download the patch, and of course I'm going to edit this all together so you guys don't have to wait for that. And then we're going to take a look at the new moves and go over those at the same time. So, yeah, I kind of losing where I'm going with this, so I'm going to stop ranting. I've completely not looked at the move list. I took a look at Victor earlier, but that's all I've done. I've gone out of my way to stay off social media. I've noticed a lot of trolling online and general stuff. I don't want to. I want to look with my own fresh eyes at this patch and kind of determine what's up with the v1.05, and maybe what I say will coincide with what your favorite other media content creator does. But like I said, I want to be completely unbiased in my decision making and how to value things. So first things first, at the very tip top here, this is what we had seen essentially in v1.05. In the 1.04 patch, they had a little addendum at the end that basically stated a few days ago that this was going to be what's going to be changed in the future. So certain characters will get buffed, certain adjustments are going to occur. Most important, the really big one, the wall stagger effect off of heat dash is completely gone. That is really, really, really good because, yeah, it was way overtuned, the ability to do a heat dash combo, heat dash pressure, and thereby a wall, and all of a sudden they're in like a minus 12 situation for their end of their life for the tournament or for a game or something like that. So clearly that was like one of the most OP mechanics in the game, and I am very, very glad they got rid of it. Later on, I know we'll see some heat burst changes. I don't know exactly the heat burst changes, but I know that it was also nerfed, so I can't wait to see that. And it looks like a lot of changes were made, and this will be the end of Season 1. So that's not to say that they're not going to do another maybe small balance patch here, but realistically, this is the decisions that they've made, and this will be the game going forward for Season 1. And keep in mind, we are not quite officially yet, but we're in part 2 of 4 for Season 1. So we still have Lydia coming out. I think she would be the official start of 2/4 of the season there, and then we have 2 other characters, whoever they may be. You guys know who they are, of course. I'm not going to spoil it here, but yeah, almost certainly it's going to be them, and I can't wait. 2 of my old mains, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump to the second big change that's not heat dash canceling, which is once again great change. Get rid of the wall crush effect. Oh yeah, might I say, this is part of my rant that I unrecorded here. So now we have an official terminology of strong attack reversal. Strong attack reversal, just like the name suggests, it's an attack that can parry things that normal reversals can't reverse. So for instance, weapons, elbow strikes, knee strikes, headbutts, body strikes, so like shoulders and stuff like that, airborne attacks, and parry attacks. So now we have an official term for things that would normally could parry things that other characters can't. So, for instance, Leroy was a character who, when he came out in in 8.0 or whatever you want to call it, the original like vanilla 8, was very ineffective in his parry game. A character who was literally designed to parry everything couldn't parry like anything. That's not even counting like heat smashes and power crushes, which evidently you still cannot intercept, they call it, or parry. So he couldn't parry like anything. Like if a lot of situations would get Leroy screwed. If you ever would enter into hermit stance, basically it was a death sentence. You better pray your opponent doesn't have a hop kick or a fast heat smash tool, because there's literally no counterplay. If you're negative entering the heat smash, it's game over because it takes time to cancel stance, and actually off of his Hermit sidestep takes more time too in Tekken 8. So there were true checkmate scenarios for a character like Leroy. Understandably, Jin is in the same boat. Jin has always been able to parry weapons and similar attacks and stuff like that, but now it's like, okay, they're finally bringing it back where hop kicks and weapon-based attacks can be properly parried, because same thing, just like Leroy, Jin's big shtick was having access to this parry game, and same thing, they got rid of it. Really weird changes in decision making, so it's glad to see it is coming back for certain characters. So what do we got here? Yeah, Alisa's a weird choice. Alisa's parry is actually a high attack, as mentioned here. Also, one thing of note, and we'll have to test that, I probably will forget it, but her back 1+3 or back 2+4 reversal doesn't beat just highs, it actually beats throws. So if you were trying to throw her, she would take her head would fall off and then she'd poke you or hit you in the solar plex or something like that. But now, ineffective against throws, right? Yeah, they don't counter throws. Does that mean her throw reversal doesn't counter throws now? It kind of reminds me of Tekken 7 with Heihachi's down forward 1+2, his power crush. His power crush in every single game before Tekken 7, the down forward 1+2, was actually a throw reversal or a throw parry. One of the only characters in the game, other than Anna and then Jun, only character in the game with a throw reversal or throw parry. And then Tekken 7 comes around, they make it such that it's a power crush, so it's susceptible to lows and throws. Like, it's like the same thing with Alisa. I mean, don't cry for Alisa, in my opinion. Don't cry for her at all, but it's weird that they're actually changing that. So Bryan Snake Eyes 4 for 1+2, understandable. That's a special command Sabaki, only accessible from Snake Eyes, aka Taunt Stance, understandable. Jin parry, understandable. Leroy parry, also from Hermit. I like to see that. Very understandable. What do we have here? Okay, Reina parry too, understandable. Okay, and then Yoshimitsu, basically whenever he hits 1+2 and you attack into him, he will teleport into a Sabaki. Sabaki's not quite the correct word. He'll do a teleport overhead kick. So understandably that they're giving that to Yoshimitsu, because Raven has had that ever since day one, where he can teleport out of not just attacks, but heat smashes too. So he was the only character in the game with the proper heat burst or heat smash reversal. And now it looks like they're giving it to Yoshi, although keep in mind, unlike Raven's teleport, this is not going to work against power crushes and heat smashes and throws and stuff like that. And actually, Raven's teleport works against throws too, so understandable that they are giving it to Yoshi, but at the same time, it's not going to be nearly as strong, because Yoshi's is effectively a launcher if you parry the right thing, so that makes perfect sense. Okay, special animation added to the moves that possess reversal break properties. Attack reversals, parries, power crushes. Okay, I don't quite understand. So, reversal break effect. Yeah, I don't understand. So, since power crushes properties of rage arts can block, even if reversal break properties, special animation will not be played. Okay, so I guess, do they mean the counter hit spark when you throw them? Like, it's not a counter spark, it's the white spark? Do they mean they're getting rid of that? Or they're going to make it more maybe dramatics, that way you can't misinterpret it. That's probably what they mean. Although, that's a weird thing to change. Okay, so we'll chalk that up to quality of life improvement. Okay, stage breakables fix an issue in certain situations. During special recovery, did not transition. Okay, so yeah, there in the current game, there is a bug, and I'm not going to reproduce it here because it's going to be a pain in the ass. But if you launch someone who does like a wake-up attack or a snap kick off of the ground, and you hit them within like the first 12 frames, if I remember correctly, you can do a whole combo and you won't actually be able to break the wall, break the floor, break a lot of things. Just take my word for it. Like I said, it's going to be a pain to reproduce, especially because I don't remember if it has to be a snap kick specifically. But basically, if you punish him too quickly, you don't get the ground effects and stuff like that. So it was really a bad bug, and I'm glad to see that they're fixing it. So that's good. Okay, fix an issue where the falling throws would not trigger a wall break. Bryan from the left side. Okay, so these are special animations. So yeah, Fly 2 makes sense. That's the one where he grabs you midair and throws you to the ground. Hwoarang 2+4, I think that's the axe kick. Devil Jin or Kazuya, same thing. Heaven's Wrath or Heaven's Gate. throw, so now he's going to be more like Devil Jin. Left side throw with Kazuya, I can't even think of what that would think of. Approach Lily, I think that's the one where she jumps on your head, or she does a handstand on you and then breaks the floor. Probably, what is that? What is it? Forward 1 plus 2, 3. I don't even know what that even is. Okay, let's take a look at that, because I have no idea what those moves are. Sorry, I'm not really a Reina expert. So let's take a look at that. Forward 1 plus 2, I would imagine would be Heaven's Wrath, but I don't know for a fact.
Get ready for the next
Heaven's Wrath, Heaven's Gate, a lot of Heavens, of course, in T. Ah, okay. That's weird. So roll stay low. Ah, okay, so she does a ground pound. That makes a lot of sense then. Yeah, the ground pound makes sense. Okay, so what's the other one? Down forward 3 plus 4. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. The same move, just from standing state. Okay. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. So she has the ground pound, which has been like a staple for Heihachi for a long time. So makes sense that they're giving her that property specifically. So yeah, that's fine. And then the other throws are ones where they are like high flying or you kick them to the ground, but for some reason, animation wise, you don't see it. And actually, you know what? I'll give a shout out to this one. At the same time, there's characters command throws who do break the floor, but they don't make any sense why they break the floor. And one such character like that is actually Lars. Lars is 1 plus 3 throw. Like the stomp breaks the floor or something. It doesn't even look like he does that much damage to you. I don't know. I just figure I might as well mention that. It's like, okay, it makes sense for Leroy because he does like a hip throw and then hits you into the floor. But like, why does Lars' 1 plus 3 throw break the floor? It's so stupid. I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, I never made that Power Crush Punish Guide video, did I? Dang. I meant to make that like 5 months ago. Okay, so here we go. Common stage gimmicks. Falling destruction. Okay, so damage on stage gimmicks has been reduced. Perfectly understandable. So it looks like they're nerfing all of them. Wall break, hard wall break, balcony break, floor break, and hard floor break. Yeah, in certain situations, especially when you're able to do a heat smash or heat, what is it called? Yeah, heat smash prior to, let's go ahead. It's easier to show you than to explain this. So if you're able to get into a scenario where you can get like an early heat smash, you can do a ton of damage because you get bonus damage off of the wall effect as well. So I'll pick Lily. And people tend to not understand that heat smash is effectively like a canned animation. So you get like super consistent, you know, it's even though you might hit him like 10 times, it only counts as 1 hit in the entirety of your combo. So we'll go ahead and go for hard wall break. Give myself heat. Okay, so I'm gonna hit him 3 times, but it's only 1 hit of ground. So I can do, so this is 3 hits, but it's only 1 hit. 4-2-4 structure, 4-4-3 structure, and then once we get downstairs, I can do 4-3, CDC 3-1-4, which then gets her to the wall. Like, look at that. Like, look at that damage. Like, what the fuck? Like, of course they had to nerf it, so it's understandable that they're nerfing the scaling on it. The same thing is true, of course, on the strong wall break. So sorry, if we're ever in a wall blast situation, the bonus damage is tremendous. And wow, I cannot get her off the fucking wall. So same thing. I'll push her over here. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll get the wall blast effect. Of course, if she blocks it, cancel. Now we'll hit her. Ton of damage. Same scenario. Full scale. Okay, I can even do down forward 3 plus 4 structure if I want. But yeah, essentially, the opponent makes one mistake. And even if the wall is not immediately present, like if it's even close, you'll typically get the wall blast effect or the balcony break effect or this or that, this or that. It's combined with like the general strength of Heat Smash. It's understandable that they had to nerf stage gimmicks because, yeah, a complete clown fiesta in certain scenarios, and the damage is absurd. So, like I said, they're changing the scaling of it. Not only are they changing the damage period, but then the scaling will also be affected there. That way you don't get that super explosive damage, like one-touch kill scenarios that are not really super prevalent, but there are quite a few characters who knowing the consistency of wall breaks and stuff like that, like for instance, that Dragunov combo, I know it's going to work every single time, regardless of where I am on the stage, assuming I can break the wall. So they had to get rid of that or at least tune it down because, yeah, you don't want people, like I said, Clown Fiesta, roulette tabling, like constantly, like, okay, I guess I'll die now. I made one mistake and here's 80% damage for my troubles. So yeah, it made sense I had to get rid of it. Okay, recoverable gauge. Okay, so it's uniform, recover 1 on the first hit and 13 after the final animation. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I won't be able to reproduce it, but as it stands, you know, recoverable gauge, of course. Under the effects of you know, let's see, can I turn off her health? That'd be kind of cool if I could, though. But basically, yeah, as you attack your opponent, right, you're dealing chip damage and then you get health back. And oftentimes, it's better just to put the opponent into like a heat burst combo so you can recover health rather than commit to the rage art. Simply because like the health regenerated on the rage art, it's like very, very low. It's like, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 points damage times 2. So now it's going to be 1 health point of damage on the initial, and then what did they say? 15 on the end of it, or 13 on the end of it. So rather than doing 8 health or 10 health, whatever it might be in the current game, now it's going to be a consistent 14. So you can still argue it's probably more valuable to do a heat burst combo and, you know, get health back that way. But at least they don't penalize you now for early rage art popping. So that's a good thing. So, yeah, I don't know where the nerf is. Let's see. Fix an issue where character a natural movement. Okay, yeah, there's a bug. I don't have a video or a Twitter thing to show you guys, but yeah, there is a bug where certain characters like Lars, the camera freaks out when you get hit with the rage art and you don't kill them. I don't know, the camera, like, it does like this weird wobble thing. So, of course, they had to fix that. Right side. Okay, so maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's a combination of the two. Yeah, I don't understand where the nerf is in this part. They probably should have had an even slash here because, yeah, this is... I can't see this being a nerf at all. Again, an extra amount of health regeneration. Keep in mind that the clock freeze is right. So it's not even like if you have a 1 second left in your combo, you only get 1 health back and then, oh, hey, the clock runs out. No, the clock completely freezes. So that health regen is going to be uniform every single time. So, yeah, I don't understand the nerf portion of it. So I'm going to presume it's a mistake. Bandai Namco are humans, so I wouldn't doubt it. If they make a mistake, not that they're human. Okay, Heat Burst. Reduce the tracking ability against opponent sidesteps. Change will allow Heat Burst to be sidestep in situation where little frame advantage is between players. Okay, that's a great change. It's a little bit scary because then this is going to be one of those cases of, okay, who can sidestep Heat Burst and who can't? I play Bear, so it's like, okay, I play a character who probably can't sidestep Heat Burst, so I'm going to get fucked over. But then maybe an average character will be able to sidestep it constantly, or maybe the inverse is true. Maybe you have to play a Lily or an Alisa or someone like that to effectively sidestep it. It's a good change, but at the same time, I'm going to have to wait to see it. This is going to be one of those I want to wait and see. So let me go ahead and throw some notes here. So let's go ahead to test. I don't even remember what I said earlier. So let's test Heat Burst on Sidestep. So once I download the patch. And then also we had... What was it? I don't even remember now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll take a look at just the Power Crush animation. PC Punish or something like that. Yeah, I want to see the new animation. I'm sure there was something else, and like I said, I have no idea. I can't remember what it is, so... Yeah, let's not cry or spilt milk. Okay, remove Reversal Break Attribute. Ah, unlike Power... Does not power up. Oh, okay, wait. So are they talking about they're getting rid of the trump card of it? So in the game currently, regardless of when, the Heat Burst takes absolute precedence, which is very scary because the move itself is, of course, I-16 universal for every single character. So this I-16 takes precedence over every single thing in the game. So even if Lily was to go for, well, here, okay, well, man, Lily might not be the best example, but what I'll do, I will do for Lily, I'll do one jab, and then we'll do Power Crush, which I think with Lily is back 1+2. Ah, shit. Okay, so one jab. Oh, back sway. Oh, down 1+2, down 1+2, okay. Shit. Okay. So usually if you have like a slower like heat burst, or sorry, not heat burst, if you have a slower power crush, if you read the opponent doing a power crush, they will typically, whoever has the slower power crush will usually be the one who takes precedence. So mine's slower, so I win. So even though, I mean, I could have made a read with like throw counter, right, to get through it. If I read it specifically, the slower one will win. But in this case, if you use a heat burst, of course, like I said, it takes precedence. So even though it is faster, so in theory it should lose to the slowness, of course. But hers takes precedence because, yeah, heat burst is essentially a trump card. So let me give you this first. Now, okay, so it's gonna be a little bit harder. It's gonna be harder because her, heat smashes are generically I-16. So I'm gonna have to wait for her to. Okay, so we're gonna trade, but I trade positive because again, heat smashes take precedence over heat burst. Heat burst take precedence over every power crush in the game. But now it looks like maybe they're finally getting rid of that, which is a great change. The heat burst, by far, the absolute worst mechanic in this game, and I'm so glad they're not just nerfing it, they're like actually nerfing it, which is super, super good. So hopefully that means, yeah, heat burst, let me go ahead and write that. Heat burst, versus PC. We'll go ahead and give that a shot. We'll do the same scenario we just had seen. So that is a very, very good thing. So I can't wait to see that. And speaking of which, yeah, Heat Burst Strike no longer causing a KO is chef kiss beautiful. Great, great change. So as it currently stands, because Power Crush or Heat Burst does, I believe, is it like 10 damage or maybe 8 damage? Let's quickly take a look. 12 damage. So there are scenarios where you can't actually win against Heat Burst, especially when you factor in the weird. Okay, sorry, I hit my turbo button. Especially when you factor in weird invulnerability and high crushing on them. There are certain scenarios where Heat Burst just wins, period. So if you ever rot the opponent down and you have like slight advantage or slight disadvantage, we can use an option like Heat Burst to turn steal and then win. So not only do we beat Power Crush again, but we beat any sort of attack as well. And even if they go for a Rage Art in that position, we still cleanly beat the Rage Art because we're hitting on 16, so we're winning by a couple of frames and dealing damage. So yeah, there were scenarios where you can't even like challenge your opponent in the current patch, which you now can because you cannot kill him with the Heat Burst, which is great. The only sort of issue I really see with this though is plus your best case scenario with Heat Burst, you're +2. So on block you're +1. On successful hit you're +2. But +2 is one of those bad frame datas in this game where it's like, okay, I'm +2, but if my opponent's really good, especially if they did buff sidestep somehow, it's like, man, I'm in trouble. So I would like to see, I mean, it's not going to happen, but I would like to see if it would be a killing Heat Burst, you're +6 at least. That way we can force 50-50 rather than get a guaranteed kill, but I think +2 might be underkill. That might be not strong enough. That's my real worry there. Okay, another change we see there, reduce the distance to opponent on hit. Change the opponent's behavior on block, reducing distance to the opponent. Interesting. Okay, yeah, reduced distance on hit is seeming like a pretty good thing because, then we can better effectively use the +2 situation. Changing the distance on block is also a good thing for defensive measures because, yeah, because of how much range Heat Burst has with quite a lot of characters, pretty much every single character, there are scenarios where you can do a Heat Burst into a Heat Smash, and there really is no proper counterplay. So even though these Heat Smashes might not crush or have evasion, you can space it such that it's a free attempt to go for it. Especially when, like, you were talking like early T8 where, certain Heat Smashes had like complete tracking. A lot of them still do have decently good tracking or hitboxes on them. Yeah, you get put in those scenarios where you kind of completely have to give up your churn. But now, if it's reduced distance on block, that means you can properly sidestep now without having to worry about random Heat Smash blowing up your day. So, very, very good change. Okay, adjustments were made to facilitate more aggressive interactions. Considering previous changes, fewer options to counter. Okay, I, I mean, I'm getting more of actually this is a good thing defensively. I don't understand it's a good thing offensively. I don't quite understand. In my experience, I think most people pop Heat's burst to keep momentum rather than as a last chance effort. So, yeah, I don't quite agree with that last thing, but that's okay. Okay, Heat Dash. Collision detection for the opponent and the wall has been adjusted. Yeah, so the wall smash effect is being nerfed, which is great. Also alleviated the issue where positional relationship would become strange. Okay, I wonder if they're talking about like a diagonal wall sort of situation or something like that. Yeah, I would imagine this is just regarding Heat Dash cancel. Oh, you know what they're probably talking about? They're probably talking about those weird scenarios where you might actually cross up on the opponent and then like just completely miss. Maybe that's what it is. But no, it said Heat Dash. Yeah, I'd have to. Heat engagers, I know, can do some funky things. Maybe Heat Dash can too. Okay, when attack hits and Heat Dash is performed with the wall on the opponent's right side, cases where it becomes difficult to follow up attacks. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a nice little balance, or sorry, a quality of life improvement. I can't immediately think of these scenarios. I think more of Heat Engager whenever I think bugged walls, but okay, that's okay. Hopefully what this means is if the wall's to my right, what I hope this means is they're actually going to fix the wall break effect. One thing I've noticed in this game, and I should have a clip for my Dragunov play, what I've noticed in this game is when the wall's to your right and they're airborne, you can't actually break the wall. So this has nothing to do with heat dashing. You just can't break the wall, period. But I don't think it occurs on the wall to your left. So maybe they'll talk about it later. I'll post a clip here, like I said, with the Dragunov. But yeah, okay, sure. Okay, knockdown behavior induced by heat dash allows for follow-ups on a on a down opponent. Okay, some heat engagers only allow for attacks on downed opponent when hit on the ground and followed by heat dash. Okay, made it possible to perform. So wait, made it possible to perform a side Ukemi. Okay, so Ukemi is a tech roll. As a result, some attacks with slower startups may no longer connect. Huh. Oh, yeah, again, are they talking about, like, heat burst, heat dash combos? Or are they talking about, like... No, it says knockdown behavior induced by heat dash. Okay, so, yeah, so maybe slower attacks can no longer be guaranteed. Like, a good example is, like, Victor up 1+2, the expulsion. But at the same time, they nerfed expulsion. I would have to test this, because I can't really understand what they're talking about here. So, yeah... Because yeah, the whole point of like heat burst, heat dash is to put them into the ground state so that there's one hit guaranteed. The only thing I can think of is maybe they're talking about characters who can do multiple hit follow-ups on a ground effect state. Maybe that's what they're meaning. Maybe you can only get one ground hit period before you can tech roll. That's the only thing I can kind of think of. So yeah, so are they talking about like a Bryan taunt reset? You know, where they're put into a Heat burst or heat dash state. Maybe they're talking about that. Additional damage scaling applied on top damage scaling. Okay. With certain moves, we're allowing a side Ukemi would prevent follow-up attacks. Opponent's behavior on hit has been adjusted so they follow-up attacks would hit. I have no idea what they're talking about. So are they saying you can side Ukemi, but in certain scenarios where you could side Ukemi, you can't now? I don't. Okay, maybe they'll get some more context clues here. Behavior on hit due to reason 3. Double Jin back 3. Okay, so maybe back 3 would cause some sort of weird ground spike. Hwoarang down forward 3 plus 4, which used to be his attack throw, but now it's a different animation. Kuma back 1. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do a knockdown behavior back 1, like at the end of their combo, like a back 1 combo. They usually use Kuma back 1 for heat dash, like mid combo to do a combo extender, not to end a combo. Okay, Lars 111, interesting. Okay, Leo Bach 1 plus 2. Okay, sure. Reina down forward 1 2. Wow, that's so weird. I'm gonna test this because I have no idea what they're talking about. Not candy, side, tech, heat dash. This doesn't make any sense to me. So Reina down forward 1 2 allows for CD3. So are they saying you can't CD3 anymore? Or are they talking about some weird state? Like BOK 1 plus 2 nerf makes sense. Lars 111, I don't know where you'd use that because I haven't seen any like high level Lars use that tech. Kuma back 1, same thing, doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, yeah, I'll get to this later. And then actually, I guess for you guys, you'll probably be seeing it right now as I talk about it. Okay, heat engager. Certain situations, this direction of opponents... Well, no, I can't talk, sorry. Okay, heat engagers. In certain situations, direction of character movement during heat activation would be the opposite of intended direction. Okay, I know, like, for... there's a couple characters with, like, bugged heat engager options. First one that comes immediately to mind is Shaheen down back 2-1. Where it should be NC, but sometimes it completely misses due to wall axes. So maybe they mean they're going to fix that, or maybe they're talking about how certain characters will heat engage the wrong direction. It's a very rare bug, but maybe that's what they're talking about. Hopefully it's the former rather than the latter. Okay, throw balance. In 1.05, throws have been made. Normal throws are now treated as homing attacks. Okay, so this is what I talked about in my predictions video. I said they would probably make generic throws be the tracking options and the non-generic throws be linear. Okay, that's good. What that really does mean, and I should be like full disclosure, what that means is characters with generic down forward 2s are going to be stronger in v1.05. So characters like Shaheen, Lee, stuff like that, Paul. Any character who can sidestep and then mash a down forward 2 means they're going to not only break your throw, kind of similar to my throw break video. I'll do a top right corner for that. But now, yeah, now that you can sidestep non 1 plus 2 throws, you don't have to worry about mashing 1 plus 2 off a sidestep. Now you can just sidestep and then, do your down forward 2 and you'll naturally option select the incoming throw. So now there are exceptions though. So Dragunov 4 forward 2 1 plus 2 throw. Okay, that's a full tracking wheel. Doesn't make any sense, but that's okay. Same variation, 1 3 2 1 plus 2 cancel. Basically the same attack. Hwoarang, command 2 throw. Okay. Now King makes sense. All his throws look like they're tracking. Oh, interesting, except for GS and GS2. And no Muscle Buster either. Wow, and no Shining Wizard. Whoa. Okay. That's actually a really big nerf. I thought King would have all his throws be fully tracking. Okay, that's kind of nice though. So Irish Whip tracks, and then command throws track, but like I said, the Muscle Buster, GS, and GS2 don't track. Oh, spicy. Okay, King. Okay, so that's weird. So King Shining Wizard tracks Airborne. I don't understand that. Paul command 2 throw fully tracks. So same thing. So this is what I was talking about. So 2 throw, 2 throw, 2 throw, 2 throw. So if you have a generic down forward 2, you can just mash out 2 off a sidestep and you'll OS the throw. Okay, Heaven's Wrath 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 3. Okay, so basically the unescapable throws, or because they're all unblockable, so inescapable throws can't sidestep. That makes sense. And duck, weave. Okay, so the command heat throws for Steve cannot be sidestep either. Okay, I'm okay with that. That makes sense. Okay, aims to increase the effectiveness of sidestep. Okay, so this is the sidestep buff is just making throws worse? All right, sure. Yeah, interesting. Weird that Dragunov, his one throws, I notice it now, his one throws and two throw don't actually anti-sidestep. So that's a substantial nerf to Dragunov. So only his command throw. But why does Hwoarang and Paul, why are their command throws tracking, but Dragunov doesn't have a tracking throw? 442 1+2 is cool and all, but you ain't doing 442 1+2 in the heat of the moment. That's a very slow throw. The cancel is slow to come out, so. Okay, sure. Okay, throws that can trigger stage gimmicks. Damage scaling of 80% has been added. Okay. I mean, it's better than nothing, but at the same time, I talked about this in the predictions video, how, like, for instance, Paul down for 1+3 under heat mode is a launcher from, like, a lot of distance to any sort of breakable wall. So, okay, so now it's going to do 80% on the first hit. Like, who cares? It still is going to throw you full screen. That feels like a Band-Aid fix. Honestly, I would like them to not just fix that at all. Also, this further really, come to think of it, nerfs 1+2 throws that break the floor or something like that. So that would mean, you know, you're nerfing Victor's 1+2 throw comes immediately to mind. I can't think of anyone immediately because I see these two and their 1+2 throws don't break it. I guess Jin's does. His up forward 1+2 breaks the ground, but Kazuya's Stonehead does not break the floor. Okay, weird choice. Okay, wall stagger. Regarding wall stagger, triggered when certain attacks are blocked near the wall. Change has been made. Stabilized timing of occurrence. When it occurs, the window of stagger and collision have been adjusted. Animation, sound effect, and voice have been adjusted. To make it clear when the wall stagger occurs. Okay. I would definitely have to check that out. So, wall stagger. I want to see it because I have a clip for Lily that I didn't post on my yesterday video. And I'll throw it up here. And yeah, you can see how if you close up against like a heat engage, or sorry, a heat mode wall stagger effect, how it's very scary. And then basically, if you just kind of close up, you put yourself into a position where you just instantly lose. So I wonder how they're going to change it. Is it going to be worse on block? Are they all going to be universally, like, let's say +8? Probably there's going to be a new animation. Maybe they'll do a spark just to signify. We'll see, I guess, right now for you guys at home. God, there's a lot of patch notes. Okay. Jump related. Removal or reversal of reversals mechanic from previous games. Okay, so by reversals, I mean, I assume they're talking about chickening, and they don't mean, like, elbows and shit specifically, which they talk about right after. Elbow strikes, knees, headbutts, blah, blah, blah. Cannot be countered in previous games. Tekken 8 also added airborne state, so yeah, if you go into a hopkick or whatever, you do beat parries. Unblockable attacks also can no longer be parried, which I'm not a super big fan of, but that's okay. And then the big culprit, charge moves, which really should be parryable, cannot be parried, but of course at the same time, you can power crush them, so it's not the worst thing. So, okay, these are moves that were forgotten evidently. So, generic hopkick, so up forward neutral 4 is now unparryable, which is good. Boot 3? Isn't boot 3 a low? Oh, maybe they mean you can't low parry it. That's probably what they mean. Because, yeah, technically you can't low parry airborne states either. And you might think to yourself, what the hell is an airborne low state? Cans with Asuka and Jun. You can't low parry them because go fuck yourself. I don't know why. Okay, Eddy 4-4. Interesting. So they mean the second hit of Eddy 4-4. 1-2 forward 4. So advancing kick. Advancing kick. Oh, King down back 4 can't be low parried now either. The little jumping low, same thing, just like we're talking about. Nina 4-3, so she's jumping the overhead option. The 50-50 to her 4-4. And similarly, the down 3 structure overhead. Shaheen down 4-4-2. Okay, interesting. they're making it so the final hit of Sheen's new down 4-4 series can't be parried either. That makes sense. And then same thing, stealth step down 1-3, brand new move too. Law up for. Oh man, so they're making it so that the freaking jumping low for Law can't be low parried. Well, that's fun. 4-4 can't be low parried. Okay, that's I guess pretty good. While crouching 3-4. Okay, I think that's the low kick into flippy. Yeah, flippy option, Lee flippy again. Up 4-3 is the handstand variation. Lily up forward neutral 3. I don't even know what Lily up forward neutral 3 is. Oh, these must be like delayed hopkick variations for Lily and Paul. Characters used to have that in Tekken Tag 2, but I think they got rid of them in 7, but maybe they didn't. 1-2-4, so double punch into flippy kick. Victor up forward 3. I can't believe people could parry up forward 3. That's a move you never see, but maybe we'll see it more often now. And Xiaoyu up forward 1, and all sort of up forward 1 variations. Okay, those are good. That's them fixing the game, so that's a nice little change there. Adjustment into cinematics, okay. Certain icons in the move list have been modified. I really hope they modify the destructible health one because it looks stupid. Okay, reversal break effect. So they add that as new animation or new icon. That's good. Yeah, that's a nice little change. I'm glad about that. Okay, on to the actual things we care about here. So down forward 1+2. Hitbox has been alleviated. So yeah, so what they did is for certain rage arts, I guess there were situations where you could jump over the rage art or whatnot. They're now fixing it so that they don't drop out in combos. So that's a very, very nice change. Okay, reduce the distance on block. That's good on 4-2-1. 4-2-1 has been like a problematic move for a while now. Attack animation has been adjusted. Okay, so it's no longer meaty for 2 frames, so that means it's harder to get around it or get into a situation where you basically can't punish it. That's like I said, this has been a major complaint of mine for Alisa for a long time, even going into Tekken 7 specifically. But the problem with 4-2-1 in this game is that it's actually safer on block, and I don't quite understand why. So we'll go ahead. First of all, 4-2-1 is a heat engager. It's a heat engager. And like, okay, it's also a launcher. You know, that's cool. And then the really big change in this game is that it's actually safer on block. It's only -10 now. This used to be -11. But notice how it is active for... Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna reproduce this. But yeah, because it's active for 2 frames, and because it's exactly -10 on block, and evidently it doesn't even jail. I mean, I guess it makes sense this Jux 4-2-3 is probably still an option. But yeah, so there is a world where if you block it late, you'll get clipped by the 4-2-1, and then because it's active for, 2 frames, that means then this goes from -10 to the second active frame, so it's -9. Also, the move itself, same thing, I don't know how I'm going to reproduce this, can have really good pushback. So certain characters, like if we're a little bit further, won't be able to effectively 10 frame us here. Like for instance, Lily 2, out of curiosity, might not even hit here. So let's go ahead and just give this a quick check. Yeah, see? Lily 2 completely misses. So that's my 10 frame option here for Lily. And we can't punish it if we're just a little bit too far. And then furthermore, if it's, active or hitting on that second active frame, then you can't even punish it anyway. So, hey, good. Good nerf. I mean, it's a little bit underkill for how strong 4-2-1 is. Again, it's a natural hit spin launcher with, tornado. Sorry, it doesn't count as a spin launcher. It's just a natural hit launcher with heat mode. Kind of overkill. So I'm glad that they are getting rid of that. Thank God. At least it's consistently -10 now, because back in T7, it used to be -14. And then the next patch, they made it -13. But the problem is, it had the pushback of the -14 move. And then I think even maybe they made it -12. But now in this game, it still has that kind of like -12 pushback. But it's only -10, so not every character can punish it. So risk reward is absurdly strong in Alisa's favor. So understandable. Okay, as part of the overall suppression of high power crush, Okay, so up back 2 is her old back forward 2 input. Reduce the recovery time by 1 frame. So it's now -9 on block. That's great. That means she can't actually parry. Because typically Sabaki's take 2 frames to activate. So theoretically, if her parry activates on frame 2, you can do like up back 2 into a punch. And actually, out of curiosity, I'm doing this completely blind. Keep in mind, this is just pure instincts. So we'll put her on offense. And what we're going to do, we're just going to mash 1. Okay, 10 frame. Let's give this a shot. Okay, so it's not 2 frames. So that's good. But can I do, like, backup? No, I can't do backup. Of course, we can just duck. You know, we can do that, but... Okay. So at least her parry is slower than 2. Sabaki's typically take 2 frames. Parries are usually 3 frames. So actually, you know, same thing. We can just quickly test it here. Yeah. So yeah, usually there are 3 frames to activate. I think Leroy is 4 or 5 in this game. As I mentioned, Leroy did get some major defensive parry nerfs, so nice to see it's going to get buffed. Okay, Asuka. Kept her style differentiator from Jun, makes sense. Adjustments to moves like stand jab, okay. And forward 2. Easier to land on the opponent. Time adjustments. Okay, off of 91 Gusto, but... So 91 Gusto is her new install. Her forward 2 has been changed so that when it lands, it leads to an aerial combo, but while also giving 91 Gusto. Okay, so that kind of sounds like... what is he called? Claudio wall stand 2. So we'll quickly... And keep in mind, I don't play every character in this game. So my apologies if I make a mistake.
Get ready for the next battle.
But I do have the experience from the prior game. So usually we get a launch date. And actually they're going to fix that too. You don't have to keep setting punishment every single time. So it's good if you're switching characters like a lot. So I'm really actually happy about that. Yeah, we'll go into a normal combo. Okay, it's not down like 1-2. I think it's down like 1. I'll just hit 3+4. So typically, we do some sort of Naniwa Gusto entrance. But now what they're saying is forward 2, I guess will just give us Naniwa Gusto, period. So we can probably still get Naniwa Gusto, or maybe it's way faster off of forward 2. And then that gives us access to our like Naniwa Gusto options, specifically. So yeah, we'll go ahead and test that if I remember it. Asuka forward 2, Naniwa. So yeah, it's kind of sounding similar to... as mentioned, Claudio wall stand 2, which automatically gives him the starburst stance. So that's a nice change. Also, I guess in theory, there might be a possibility where we are, doing a Gusto line. So let me give myself infinite. How do I spike? Oh yeah, up 1+2, I remember now. So maybe... Oh, well, I guess technically you already do that. Forward 2 into 91 Gusto on ground splat. Okay, I don't know. Like I said, it's probably sounding more like a Claudio line than this current 91 Gusto charge up kind of meta sort of thing. Okay, Asuka down for 1+2. She must have hitbox problems. So that's getting fixed, although her hitbox... Actually, you know what? Wait, if they're expanding the hitbox upward, does that mean you can't jump over her anymore? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, anti-Raven tech? Uh-oh, no. Okay, let's see here. 113 can now be delayed. That's interesting. So, is 113... Oh, 113 is the counter launcher too, right? Wow, so that now can be delayed. Understandable, though, only +14, so down back 1-2 heat engage option. But, I mean, that's still a nice buff if you can delay it. Because you can catch people off guard. Forward 1-3 is the same variation. It's a mid-punch into a kick. And then back to 1-3. Ooh, that's new. Sorry, by new I mean like T8. I don't remember her having that in an old game. Oh no, she's always had that. I take that back. I was thinking a different move. Okay, forward 3 hold. Adjusted the collision detection with the opponent, making it easier to hit. So what? That's weird. I mean, as long as you know when to charge forward 3, does this ever miss? Like, really, does that ever miss? So easier to hit. They don't mean... Oh! Wait. No, collision detection. That's a bad thing, right? Why is this an up? Wouldn't that be a down? Wouldn't this be a nerf? Because, yeah, she can be kind of slippery to hit her when she's charging it. So I think they mean a nerf. They don't mean a buff. Unless I'm misunderstanding here. Okay, so 4-2-1. Previously, when performed, get combo starter during hit, game 91 gusto, however, to add more tactical variety. Okay, so the idea is no longer do you have to end with an ender that gives you 91 gusto. I guess they're going to be more proactive just to give it. Maybe that's what they're saying there. Behavior on hit, 4-2-1. Input without having gusto. Acquisition, aerial, combos. Input window for 1 has been changed. Adjusted to end before the 4-2 hits. Oh, weird. Same adjustment to back 3. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Weird. Huh. So yeah, she must get the gusto like hella fast now in the next patch. It's the only thing I can think of. 4-4-2. Reduce recovery time by 4 frames. Wait. Again, is this a nerf? Reduce recovery time by 4 frames, resulting in changes from frame advantage of 9 to 12. I don't understand. Isn't that a nerf? I don't... Oh, okay, I see here. Wait, I don't see here. Okay, wait. So that's a buff. So I think they mean -6. They don't mean -12. Or sorry, -5. Yeah, okay, I'll cut him a break because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Okay, tornado now affected. Okay, so I guess if you hit her with the gusto 4-4. Yeah, I didn't know. I wouldn't know this scenario. I guess maybe at high wall splat. Ah, okay. So now, if we were to do a splat type like that, we could do a 90 gusto line with the instant running 1+2. Okay, so that's good. That's a nice little quality of life buff. Wall stand 2, 1+2. Damage change from 4 to 8. Okay, I assume they're talking about the second hit? Oh, okay. Not bad. So, 26 damage to 24. Okay. Nice quality of life buff. Same thing. Okay, Azucena. Okay, I know I suppose they did some crazy change with Azucena. I've not read this, keep in mind. So let's go ahead and read this. Basically, in the 1.04 patch, they went out of their way to like force the leap stance in back turn leap and whatnot. And now it sounds like, from what I've heard, they're going to add more ways for her to access leap. Okay, so variety of offensive options expanded. Fast mid attack with down forward 1-4. Or a low attack down. Okay, so I'm pretty sure she can transition into leap already from down forward 1-4. I don't think that's new. Let's check out down forward 1. Okay, maybe they're talking about 1.04, but no, she's had that for a long time. Okay, let's give this a shot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can already hold back to enter into lead. Oh. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you have to cancel the option of down forward 1-4. That must be what it is. You have to cancel the attack. Now you can just cancel instantly. Ooh, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Maybe I'm completely mistaken. Yeah, I don't want to burn too much time here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, hold forward. Ah, okay. So now rather than cancel into leap, she's just left into leap after down forward 4-1. That's nasty. That's a nasty, nasty buff. And what, down forward 1 also, right? Okay, so I don't know if she can cancel that. Yeah, I was just kind of mashing to try to get something to hit. Okay, so yeah, now she just cancels the high instantly and goes into leave stance. Ah, fucking Fossil, come on, man. Okay, so down for 1+2. Hitbox fix on Rage Art makes sense. Okay, fix an issue on 1-1. Move with transition to leap even when hitting an airborne opponent. Okay, interesting. So yeah, 1-1 was nerfed in this patch. Behavior of opponent on counter hit has been altered to allow for follow-up attacks. What does this do on counter hit then? Well, I'm very curious. What does it do now on counter hit? Let's go ahead and put counter hit on. Huh. Maybe she's better than +8 now in the new patch? Let me write that down. Azu CH11. Let's write it down. Okay. But yeah, so of course 1-1 was nerfed. So yeah, big nerf, but at the same time it was necessary. Because yeah, 1-1 as it stood, and same thing, a lot of people don't realize this, why like running 3 was so really oppressive. In part, why running 3 was oppressive was just because of running 3 used to full track, but also 1-1 would also track. Now, granted, I'm playing against Lily, so not the best character to go against, but yeah, oftentimes the 1-1 would full track. And yeah, so you had to guess between trying to sidestep running 3-2, which was a nightmare, and then sidestepping a safe 1-1 into a +8 leap if you get hit. So they had to nerf it, so it makes sense. Okay, 4-1, damage increased by 3 points. It's nice. 1+2, adjusted damage from 20 to 17. Adjusted collision with opponent of reducing whiff. Okay, I think that is her hook punch. Oh yeah. This move is absolutely insane. Yeah, the 1+2 is basically like a little bit slower version of back 1, but also the 1+2 has a crush built into it. So if the opponent tries to chab out, so I'll just do like 1-1. Okay. Second hit, put her on punish. Whoops. We need her to block. Like I said, it completely crushes, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, super, super good. Especially because it's like a double over stun. Down for 3? Okay. Down... Sorry, it's been a long time since I played Azucena. Okay, we can't do a down 3-2, so it'd be like a stand jab or something like that. I'll probably edit this out. Yeah, some sort of structure like that. Okay, so damage is worse, so 3 points less damage, which is good because keep in mind that's a counter hit, high crushing, it's a launcher. Adjusted collision with opponent, whipping certain moves. So does that mean 1+2 will no longer high crush, or maybe there's some sort of weird mid interaction where you couldn't actually mid her? That might be what they're talking about. Okay, forward 1+2. So yeah, forward 1+2 I guess is her high power crush game. So they had to nerf all of them, which makes sense because they were honestly very oppressive. Okay, so it's 1 frame slower. Reduced distance on block, which is good. Because there were certain situations. I don't know if Azucena is the best example. But like maybe theoretically, you could kind of churn steal in this current game. We can try this out. Okay, so we can't churn steal out. Yeah, we're -8. We don't have any frames to crush. But maybe we could like backdash. Okay, not quite, but maybe a tip possible. Oh yeah, so there you go. So if we were able to use that tip, there's no real rebut option for our opponent. 1-1 option there too, the 1+2 match would also technically win without us having to worry about backdashing either. Okay, so yeah, they nerfed it across the board. Worse on block, worse tracking. Yeah, Azucena, again, we're playing against Lily, so it's not a good optimum case, but her forward 1+2, the power crush option would have like phantom tracking on it, so I'm glad to see it's getting rid of. Like, Victor's has no tracking whatsoever, so it sounds like Azucena is going to be more like Victor's, which is a good thing. Although, Did her speed get nerfed? Reduced pushback, distance. Now Victor's got slowed down. Is hers still? I guess they didn't nerf the speed of hers? So they just nerfed it so it's worse on block? Oh, okay. Hers is 16. Understandable. Yeah, Victor's is 15. So I guess they normalized Victor back 1+2 with Azucena forward 1+2. Okay, sure. While standing forward 3+4, transitioning into leave. Okay, brand new move. I can't test it here, so we'll test these. Azu new moves. Like we mentioned, down forward 1-4 can now transition into leap. Or I guess back turn leap. Down 2-3, okay. Enhanced combo stability. So it looks like it's going to be active for a few more frames now. Or sorry, it's 1 frame quicker. Also expanded hitbox upward, so better acts as anti-air. Oh, actually, the whole hitbox has been improved on down 2. Interesting. So both vertical upwards and downwards. Collision detection on the opponent on the first attack has been adjusted. Hitbox, the second attack has been expanded upward. Okay, so that's a huge buff. In certain long combos, you couldn't use leap, down 1-3 because it would kind of either phantom whiff or there was just too many hits and they would just get pushed out of the way. Sounds like it's now faster and bigger hitbox, going to be better consistency as well as better front load damage now for fewer combos. Okay, new move again, down 4-1, so that's a leap transition. So she cancels the punch and just enters into leap, which is very scary because her down 4-1, if I remember correctly, is one of the flick options that's enhanced under heat mode to be unblockable. So that's actually, we can try that out really fast. Okay, so it's not the right one. I don't know how to perform it either, though. But yeah, she has the variation on that where it's a unblockable flick launcher. So, okay, so down forward doesn't have that property, so that's good. I'm going to say, because that would be very scary to deal with that and then also deal with the follow-up leap option instead. Recovery time reduced by 3 frames? Bro, isn't her backsway like exactly 15? Oops. Oh, back, okay. Wait, no. Am I taking crazy pills? Back 3+4, I believe, is her backsway. Did I just hit the input wrong? Oh, no, okay. I'm completely wrong. What the hell is her backsway then? Back 3, back 4, no. Down back 3+4, okay. I'm gonna say there's no way they're making down back 3+4 safer on block, right? Okay, so I guess they're making back 3+4 more like Lucky Chloe back 3+4 instead. So quicker recovery time. Interesting. 4-4-3+4. Opponent hit behavior has been changed. Makes it possible to follow up attack on downed opponent. Interesting. So on downed opponent, I need to turn this off. Oh, okay. Literally downed opponent. My bad, my bad. God dang it. Okay, so maybe like leap down 4 on the ground, or I don't know, to be honest. I guess we'd have to see in the new patch exactly what they want it to do. My guess, it's probably going to cause like a ground spike state, but I think your forward 4 or 4-4-4 or whatever already does that too. So yeah, same thing. I'm not the best Azucena player here. No, what is it? No. Damn, what the hell is that input? I can't even think of it. Okay, so 4-4-3+4 I guess will be more universally a strong option now for ground opponents, so that's okay. Okay, up forward 4. Attack hitbox been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrence. Ah, okay. Well, that's no fun. Sorry, my turbo's on. That's the move I was thinking of, is up forward 4. Okay, up forward 4 doesn't cause ground spike. Okay, interesting. But I guess, yeah, if you sidestep, you can get hit. Which, Not really an Azucena problem. It's a game problem, of course. Out of curiosity, let's see if I can get her to get clipped. This might require us to be at the wall, though. Oh, yeah, not a great example. Okay. We'll take their word for it. It probably does. I'm pretty sure I've gotten hit on sidestep before, so. Back turn 1-2. Okay, deals chip damage on block. Back turn 3. Change opponent's behavior on aerial hit to strong tail. Whoa? What? Huh? Huh? Wait, how does that supposed to cause a strong aerial tailspin state? It might... Oh, what? Yeah, it's a low. I don't know how that would ever cause a strong aerial. Okay, that's probably a mistake. Maybe BT4? No, there's no shot BT4 does that. What's 3 plus 4 do? No, that wouldn't do it either. That'd be a like, ground spike. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's a mistake. Because, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, leave. Fix an issue. Evasive against low attacks would occur even if they're behind you. Oh, interesting. So they got rid of the auto low reversal off of leave when the opponent's to your back. Interesting. That's a good change. I would definitely call that a nerf, even though it's more of a fix. Leap 2. Opponent's behavior on hit altered to induce wall stun. Interesting. So this must not wall splat then. That's the only thing conclusion I can come to. Oops. Ah, look at that. It doesn't, yeah. Okay. That's one hell of a buff because Leap 2, if I remember correctly, is completely safe. Let's go ahead and test it. Oops. Why did I get it to leave? Shit. Okay, now I need her off the wall. Yeah, look at that. Safe on block. Okay, leave 3-1. Attack hitbox been expanded upward, leaving instances where the attack would miss in certain scenarios. Damn, the move has been changed to now have like counter hit properties all the time. Wow, what does this do on counter hit then? Okay, that must launch, right? Damn, that has so much range, I'm not gonna be able to fucking space it out properly. Wow, so it always causes spike into BT, and then we can go BT3. So I guess if they try to 3+4 up or something, now we get a launcher? Oh, what the fuck? I don't know. Leap 4, 1, 2. Recovery time first hit has been decreased by 3 frames. Wow. So that means it must be safer on block. Recovery time on second hit has decreased by 1 frame as well. Oh, we're already on counter. Okay, that makes sense. I guess it doesn't matter. Wow, so we're plus 5, or we're only, what was it, 2 frames? Wow, 3 frames. So now, after leap 4, we're now -3? Wow, that's pretty good, because she still has access to the leap 3+4. So now, after leap, like, after the leap 4, we can just commit to the 3+4 on block, forcing them to be the one doing, like, proper counterplay. Because keep in mind, like, 6 frames, right, Power Crush option would mean they have, like, 12 frames for them to interrupt our incoming leap 3+4 in this position. But at -3, we take away that possibility, and that means we have up to 13 frames moves will get eaten by leap 3+4 instead. So yeah, that's a substantial buff. It's gonna be annoying. The good news is it does that like new school backlash, like ground splat effect or just knockdown effect. So it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal to get hit by, but it's sure as hell annoying to get hit by, I should say. Okay, during lead back, timing for executing has been... Oh. So we can, like, attack immediately? Man. Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of lag on that. 13 frames faster is pretty fucking good. Because that probably means we can do, like, the runaway option. Which I don't know what the input is. Yeah, so we probably recover quicker even in that scenario, too. With that, like, leap transition. Although I guess we're not left into leap, so it's not quite analogous. But yeah, 13 frames is a lot faster. Significantly quicker. Oh, interesting. So... Ah. So now we don't have to necessarily commit to the command 1+2. Damn, that's like no range. So now instead we can just cancel into lead 1. So if we want a quick access 13, we can just do back. And now instead of neutral 2, we now have a 5 frame faster attack by not having to go into the back neutral 1. So instead now to get the back neutral 1, it's just back 1. So it's a universal input now. So that's nice. So if it's like, okay, you want to do keep out, you can hit the 8 frame. If you want to keep pressure going, keep in mind, this is after we now have 13 frames quicker on our backdash, of course. We now have access to that. So that's pretty good. That's a substantial buff. I don't know what Leap 1 does necessarily. Oh, NC wall splat. Okay. That's pretty good. So that kind of reminds me of Lars's dynamic entry dropback. Into DE 1-2. SC drop back into DE and then keep out DE 1-2, which is now a jailing string, right, in Tekken 8, so it's pretty good. Okay, Bryan. Undergoing changes. Reduced opportunities, initiate taunt, unilaterally move, wall stagger. Okay, so now that you can no longer get wall crush effect, which would guarantee taunt in a few scenarios, now you can't, so they're like, you know what? We'll just rebuff taunt again. It's weird to think that someone at Namco was like really proactive with believing that that would be like a big, like a thing that they had to do. It's kind of interesting they decided that. So understandable, like they got rid of the scaling part of it. Now in old CNT or CBT, the taunt scaling was like 60%, so it was like really, really bad. So it's like, okay, cool, you do a just frame input. So you're penalized by like doing no damage, but yeah, they changed it in retail to 80%. And honestly, it still feels like a lot of damage. So I can't even imagine what 100% damage it would be off a taunt jet upper. Like my mind just can't properly process it because I don't ever fucking taunt jet upper. So okay, rage art, hitbox improvement. Okay, damage to the first hit and subsequent attack has been changed. Wow, 14 more damage on his heat smash. You know, to be honest, Bryan's Heat Smash has problems, but man, that's a lot more damage. 14 is a lot of fucking damage. Hitbox has been adjusted about midline, mitigating the possibility of whiffing. Man, I don't know. Please correct me, Bryan players out here. I have never been able to successfully evade the first hit and still punish the second hit. It's like instant. He misses, and then he instantly comes down with a jumping knee. Like, I've never been able to whiff punish it by evading the first hit. So that doesn't... I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Okay, 1-2-1. Adjusted behavior on counter hit. Stability of air combos. Okay, 1-2-1 says counter hit launcher, last hit. So, okay, there must be some weird axis problem in Tekken 8. You probably have to do some sort of down 3+4 structure, I would imagine. Down 4 3+4. 2, spin line, maybe that's caused some weird axis issue. Okay, taunt, damage scales removed. Which is a good change. Weird, forward +2. Okay, so forward +2 is now his power crush. It used to be his elbow attack, and I mean it still is, but it's now a power crush. But the forward 1+2 used to be like +7 or +8 in older Tekken games, and now it's a power crush, so it's no longer that. So let's see what they changed. Okay, they nerfed it universally with the other high power crushes. Behavior on block, reducing distance, reduce recovery time. So now it's -9 on block. That's a good change. That, again, takes away parry. Hitbox has been expanded upwards, so now it works better as anti-air. Okay, sure. Down 4. Hitbox has been expanded, alleviating instances where attack would miss. Okay, yeah, there's a bug with down 4 in certain characters. They fixed it, so that's what that means. Up forward 3+4, brand new move. That's the jumping knee. Hitbox has been adjusted. Okay, so no longer whiffs. That's a nice quality of life change. I wouldn't call it a buff. And then, yeah, sway 4. They fixed sway 4, so same thing. It no longer phantom whiffs on grounded opponents. Okay, so like quality of life buffs and then taunt buffed. So yeah, it's cool if you're a Bryan player and you can taunt shut upper, but for like 95% of the rest of the players, it's just going to be, okay, quality of life buff, which is okay. That's good. It's better to get QOL changes than get nerfs. Okay, Claudio, adjustments, unstable behavior. 2-1-2 now causes has been changed if an airborne opponent. Okay, that's kind of cryptic, but we'll get to it. Okay, Rage Art now has a better hitbox. 2-1-2. Okay, change the behavior to a strong aerial tailspin state. Okay, actually, I didn't post the video. I did this on my Twitch channel. But 2-1-2 with Claudio is kind of like a really lost art form. And let's go ahead, we'll switch to Kazuya. That way we get more uniform movement. But yeah, 2-1-2 with Claudio is like a really lost art form. And people kind of forgot that it's a thing. So in case you don't know, 2-1-2 is his 12-frame Punisher. The whole thing isn't NC. It just is 2-1 as the Punisher, and I think it's like +6 or +7 maybe. Of course, if you have the range, forward 2-2, okay, +5 is better because it gives you Starburst. But what people forget is that he can do 2-1-2 combos and then put himself into a position where you leave them at a good range where you're out of range, and if they try to wake up attack, you launch them. So it's pretty good. Now, what they're saying is they're adding an airborne strong state to it. So I don't know what he has for aerial strong, but since 2-1-2 gives Starburst, they're saying now if you have Starburst already, this 2-1-2 will cause a strong aerial tailspin state. And what that is where the opponent is kind of flying through the air, allowing you to do more combos. So the catch here with Claudio is that when he activates his heat mode, his install will always give him permanent Starburst for like, you know, like 3 free attempts. So like we can go this, 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 and then notice how up here with the star, we still have 1 charge of Starburst. So as long as you have access to heat mode, that means you can do the new 2-1-2 strong aerial tailspin state. Like I said, with Claudio, I don't know what his would be. Maybe back 4-1? No. Back 4-3? No, that's not it either. Yeah, maybe Claudio doesn't have it, or maybe it's more esoteric. But yeah, usually it's that kind of float state, but instead of you being like +12 or +15, you'll be like +30. So that means he'll have like a new structure or something like this. And to maybe down 1-2 for, you know, tornado spin into your running 2, so on and so forth. That's my guess. We'll have to check it out. I guess I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, because I forgot I'm going to do another recording after this. Okay, twin piston. Yeah, sometimes if they're too far off axis, the second hit of down forward 1-2 with Claudio can miss. So they're fixing that. That's good. Okay. Distance on counter hit has been reduced. Oh, so actually kind of what I was talking about here is because an option like 4-4-4 is +13, it allows us to do forward 2-2. But if we hit them at tip range, the forward 2 might completely miss. And then they'll block the second hit, and the second hit is very punishable on block. So like Claudio can like running 2 to punish you if you fuck it up. So certain situations this forward 2-2 might miss. So now it looks like 4 for 4 will consistently put you right next to the opponent. So maybe it has something to do with axis. I'm not going to be able to reproduce this. Yeah, so that's still going to hit, but just imagine it completely misses and then you're left at 26. So not only do you miss your combo, but like if you're playing against Dragunov, Claudio, Reina, Alisa, they can actually punish you for something that's not your mistake. So that's good. Okay, Hopkick. Adjusted the collision detection between the wall and the character. Lacks stability when used near the wall. Okay, the only thing I can kind of think of is maybe they're talking about... of course they're talking about where like things will just phantom whiff. But my guess is what they're talking about is in a tailspin spate. Yeah, you can put them into a flop by performing a low slump hop kick. So only in low slump. I don't know what the combo would be, but imagine that works. So maybe on certain combos, the hop kick completely misses, and then, of course, they tech roll, and then you're like launch punishable effectively off of tech roll. So they're fixing that, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what it would be in this game. But yeah, there are certain combos. Oh, I think it's like down 4-3 too, come to think of it. It's probably down 4-3 2 structure. Yeah, there you go. So maybe in certain characters or certain scenarios, the hop kick would completely miss. And like I said, they tech roll and then they launch you for free for going for something like that. Okay, crouching state. Expanded hitbox, alleviating situations where certain attacks would whiff. I don't know what they're talking about. Only thing I can think of is maybe this crouch can sometimes go under certain mids. Maybe there's a bugged character or two. And or maybe they're talking about Gimmick 2-1. Maybe during this transition, he gets really low to the ground or something like that. I don't know. Just speculating. Especially now that down back 2-1 is completely safe on block. So maybe there's some sort of weird situation where certain characters couldn't actually challenge him. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Okay, I heard Devil Jin got hella nerf. Let's see. Again, I don't necessarily always believe what I hear, though. Okay, Undergone Changes, stabilizing behavior, 442, mid-heat engager, low risk on block. I hate 442. It's definitely one of my most hated T8 moves, for sure. Overshadowed. Oh, okay, so they are saying 442 is so strong, no one ever used any other move. Okay, so Rage Art buff. 2+3, okay. So I guess during the Heat Smash 2+3 option for Devil Jin, it could miss even though it gets blocked. Okay. Back forward 2-1-4. Collision Tekken on hitbox adjusted to mitigate whiffing. Okay, so you can use it for spike at the wall. I don't know what, again, I don't know what like structure you'd ever want to use the back forward 2 option, but what I believe they're talking about. And damn, what would be my instant spin? I can't even think of what my spin would be, period. I'll just do this, period. So maybe the 4 would miss, and then the laser would also miss because of that reason. So maybe some sort of weird combo structure with the laser scraper 4 line. I could see it missing. Okay, so yeah, same thing. 4 slide 3, they also fixed it so it doesn't phantom whiff. Because actually what's kind of interesting with this 4 slide 3... is the laser will always come out even if it doesn't actually hit the opponent. If they're in a tech roll state, it will still come out, and sometimes they can tech roll into it and then get screwed over by that. That's probably what they're talking about. 1+2, tracking ability has been enhanced. Mitigating chance of it whiffing. Is that his old 4+2? Okay, yeah, it's his old 4+2. Okay, so that's a buff. 442, reduced distance on block. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing nerfs. Where are the nerfs, guys? 442, reduced distance on block. I mean, like I said, I absolutely hate fucking 442. Yeah, the problem with 442 is, like, sometimes it just will hit randomly for no fucking reason. It'll hit you back churn and shit like that. Yeah, oh, hey, you're sidestepping the right direction? No, you're not. Especially when you consider the fact that, you know, 442 is a launcher, so... I don't know, old combos. Tekken Tag 2 shoutouts. Okay, so now it has less pushback on block. That's a huge, really good buff. Because yeah, you can push them pretty far away, especially on tip range, where you're able to dominate space control. If you see them coming in, you have electric to keep them out. A hell sweep option, tip range, which no longer needs clean range, so you can still do it at tip and still launch them in that position, where in like old previous games you couldn't even do that. So now like space control allows you for that hell sweep to be on the table at all times. So at +8 for your opponent with no pushback, now your opponent can actually effectively challenge you, which would force you to use an option like reversal parry and stuff like that. Down 1, he has corpse thrust as well. But at least he has to take a little bit more risk. But at -8, that's not really a thing. Same thing. This is a power crush option. It might actually be power crush 6 or 7 for him because it's a parry, but it still obeys rules. That means they can do a 13 framer and still beat you. Okay. So back 1-2 now no longer will Phantom Whiff. So sometimes I guess if you hit them, the second hit might miss. So they're fixing that. That's good. Morning Crow 2. So what are they saying? Reduce to exclusively for opponents performing side Ukemi. Reduce tracking. So even though this is a homing move, I guess they're saying if it doesn't work against tech roll. Oh, I guess maybe because it's active for 2 frames, it could hit tech roll still. Keep in mind, there's like tech roll and vulnerability in this game, right? So I would have to see. But yeah, where's the nerfs? Honestly, guys. Oh no, 442 got nerfed. Oh no. Please. Don't make my move have less pushback, but leave everything else the same. Cool. Okay, Dragunov. Undergone a lot of changes for stability. Okay, back 4. Yeah, so of course Dragunov was one of the characters got decent amount of nerfs in 1.04, so let's see what they did. Okay, Rage Art, hitbox improvement. Okay, so understandable. His heat smash no longer phantom tracks. That's kind of one of my complaints with the game in general, not just, single leg Dragunov here. But the fact that like the heat smashes kind of tend to persist the entire time. So we'll go ahead and put him in sidestep. He should be able to sidestep this pretty easily. But yeah, so there you go. The follow-up hit went and still like locked them down. Now let's go ahead and put him into a side left instead. Out of curiosity, let's see. Okay, so see that whiff, but I guess it must be just the cone. They're reducing the cone on the initial hit, so that way you don't have to. You can sidestep once and then cause it to evade rather than force the opponent to commit into side walk instead. So that's a good change. Hopefully they do that to every character, not just Dragunov. That's my hope. Okay, due to the impact on the second hit of 4-4, prone to whiffing. Okay, so they reverted 4-4 in airborne state. Ooh, I didn't put too much time into Dragunov before 1.04. For me, he was much more interesting to play after his nerfs, and that's why I started playing him again. But I don't know what the nerf is from 1.03. I don't know if that's a damage or a hitbox issue. So maybe Dragunov's going to have a better combo structure again now that he's a little bit more normalized. Okay, down 4-4. Hitbox has been expanded. Wow, look at that. Running 2. They finally fixed running 2. Incredible. Yeah, down 4-4 is like a very high mid. Certain characters can low profile it. Same is true for running 2. Certain characters, especially now that Lydia is going to come in the game. Lydia, wall stand 2 high crushes. It evades Dragunov running 2. So anytime you're plus frames, you can just do wall stand 2 with Lydia, and it beats the running 2. Same thing with down 4-4. These moves, even though they're mids, have like very high hitboxes and are prone to missing. So it looks like they're finally fixing running 2, which is a move that has been broken since Tekken 6. I guess better to fix it sooner than later. Shit. Okay, down 2. Attack hitbox has been expanded to mitigate when whiffing against certain moves. Okay, down 2 doesn't seem to fully track anymore. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe certain moves are just really evasive against down 2. Okay, back 4. Okay, understandable nerf. I mean, I can't imagine that they're nerfing back four. They're not nerfing this in its combo potential. So what they're talking about is like, as it currently stands, you can't really challenge back four because you're +4 and the frame opens up like instantly. So there's really no lag time on this move. So what you can do is back four and people go like, oh, I'm gonna duck back 4-3, right? Because of your heat engage launcher sort of stuff. So now with now they don't have to necessarily respect it. So because like I said, like, you know, this is a launcher shit combo because I missed the QCF 3+4, but similar idea. So now there's going to be lag time, so you can't just mash back 4, which is a good change. The only sort of issue I see with the back 4 nerf now being worse on hit is I wonder if you can use back 4 for anti-air purposes now. It might be too slow. So let's see, 7 to 4. Okay, so we're like 20. 20. Wow, yeah, 7 to 4, so what, 3 frames? Yeah, 3 frames slower, so what is this? 20, 17. Ooh, let's see. Damn. I would need to test this. That's probably something I actually want to test. My worry is that Dragunov can't do up 4-4 at the wall anymore if back 4 is that much slower on hit. Yeah, that would be a huge nerf, and I don't know if anyone's mentioned that yet. That would suck. So yeah, in this game, you can't really do snap kick. You can't do up 4-4 instant wall stand 4 at the wall. You have to use back 4 instead. Because yeah, the instant wall stand 4, it feels like it's like a just frame. Even on every previous game, it wasn't. The window itself was pretty lenient, but now in this one, not really. You can't really go for instant wall stand 4 combos anymore. So, okay, QCF3 expanded hitbox, whiffing for certain moves. Are they Is this a nerf? Aren't they talking about making it worse? I don't know. Okay, Eddy, character who excels at opening opponents, series of attacks, rich options, adjustments are made, back 3-3, and wall stand 1-3. Serve a deterrence, however, because the risk with these moves were blocked. Huh? No shot. -15? Oh, look at that. Oh, man. You know, it's funny because I was talking about that too in the patch prediction, how the I-14s are so devalued. Because, like, for instance, Bryan can't jet up or back 3-3 because he recovers in crouch. Now, well, I guess he technically can't anymore, but at least everyone else can launch back 3-3. That's a huge nerf, so let's get to it. Okay, so Rage Art, fix, blah, blah, blah. Special Style. Okay, so I guess Special Style, there's something bugged with it. Attack hitbox has been expanded downward. Okay, I don't think... Oh, so they're talking about mid-combo. I guess it can Phantom with the Heat Smash. Okay, that's a nice little quality of life buff. Okay, expanded the hurt box, leaving situations where certain attacks would whiff. Okay, so Negativa entrance. I guess he could Phantom Crush, and now he can't Phantom Crush. I mean, QCF4 is only off of Heat mode, so that's weird that they're buffing QCF4. Or, sorry, nerfing it, because it's not super fucking good. I would say 3+4 is a little bit more impressive than QCF4, and I don't think 3+4 is on the chopping block. Okay, wow, look at this. They're finally buffing down forward 4. Down forward 4 is the straight low kick for Eddy, long range. It's always been like +0, always been -13, and now they're making it +1 and -12. That's a nice quality of life buff. It's taken them like 25 years, but hey, here we are. Okay, back to 4. Oh, nice. They're finally fixing this too. Okay, leaving the issue where positional relationship becomes different when near the wall. Yeah. So in prior games, back to 4 was I-14 for Eddy. In this game, it's I-15, but they also fucked up the hitbox. So you can't use back to 4 at the wall to break the wallers, do a lot of damage really fast. It doesn't work at all. So you can't do back to 4, but if you're away from the wall, you can. So they're finally fixing back 2-4, so they're bringing it more in line with Tekken 7, which is good. At least for combo usage, sorry. They're not making it 14. It's still going to be 15, but that's a nice change. Okay, Banera 2-3. I assume that's relax. Because I can't think of a... No, that would be HSP. Oh, no, that would be relax. 2-3, relax. Okay, fixed tracking. Second hit would miss Phantom. Okay. Back 3-3, massive nerf, -15. That's a big nerf. Okay, and like hit other ones. High power crush is being nerfed, understandable. High power crush is way too fucking strong. Although it looks like they're not reducing the speed, so only Claudio or only Victor is the one getting the speed nerf. Okay, -14 on block for Eddy 443. I hope that means they made it such that King 4-4 neutral 2 is -14, but I doubt it. Okay, wall stand 2. Okay, I guess it would whiff on certain situations. So now they're fixing the hitbox. That's important because wall stand 2 is a launch punishable for Eddy, so good that they're changing that. Okay, Negativa. No, Negativa is relaxed. Banera must be HSP. So this is relaxed, Negativa. So 4-3, collision detection for the stack has been expanded downwards. Make it harder to jump over the opponent. Oh. Interesting. I've never seen that, and I played Eddy up to Tekken King. Okay. Cool. Okay, Feng Wei. Adjustment to techniques. Oh, thank God. 3-3 is no longer jailing, I'm going to assume. Sidesway got nerfed. Shifting Clouds got nerfed. No, Shifting Clouds got stronger. And Headbutt was made worse into a heating... Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, Rage Art improvement. Okay, Heat Smash will no longer Phantom Whiff on the second hit. Okay. I've never seen that with Fang, but okay. 3-3. Oh, so wait, they didn't make it so 3-3 is non-jailing. It's now just less damage. Okay, interesting. Yeah, his forward on +2, Power Crush is being nerfed. Tracking has been reduced, that's good. Attack hitbox reduced. Behavior on block has been reduced. Reduced distance, yeah. They're left kind of far away after forward on +2, so understandable that they're nerfing that. Yeah, that was a little overtuned. Okay, Fang back 2-3, change damage. First attack. So less damage, period. Back 2-3. Bro, I have no idea what back 2-3 is. I can't even think what that move would be. Back 2-3. Oh, okay. So the reason they're getting rid of that... whoops. So yeah, at the end of certain combos, like especially balcony break and spike lines, you could do back 2-3 and delay the second hit, so that way it does more damage, unscaled at the final end. He also has something similar to down back 1+2 too, which was more of a Tekken 7 meta. But back 2-3, yeah, it's funny because they left it for Fang, but for a character like Leroy, they got rid of his down 2-4 delay option in this game for that reason alone. So it's weird to see that Fang still has it. But yeah, they nerfed the damage, so it's no longer a valid option. That's good. Okay, back 3, expanded hitbox. Interesting. So I guess problems with hitting him when he does it. Yeah, I don't know. He kind of does like a weird animation when he does the back 3. So maybe, even though he's advancing, he can't get punched or something like that. That's the only kind of thing I can think of. They nerfed it. That's understandable because, yeah, back 3 is very, very strong. Chip damage, +5 on block. Really good combo filler too, especially because he has up forward 3 as it is, so. Okay, wall stand 1-2-1. Collision detected and adjusted. Okay, certain punishers would whiff. Okay. Makes sense. Nice. Up forward 2, less pushback on block. That actually is important. So up forward 2, a lot of people don't know. -10 on block, but the range you're left is not very good. Fang can do it, but not every character can properly punish this on block. Now, by getting rid of the pushback, it's consistently going to be -10. It's actually one of the reasons why in prior games with like Gigas, he was actually a decent pick against Fang because you completely shut down this like back sway, side sway game that was really kind of prevalent for a time there in T7. Because he was like the only character who can consistently punish it, and punish it big, right, with the 1-2. You get hit by that 7 times, you die. So, nice. Okay, headbutt. Oh, wait, so headbutt is not a heat engager, but what were they talking about at the beginning then? Okay, so headbutt, I guess, must be proper ground splat now? God dang it. Oh, huh. Wait, it's plus 23, so... What are they talking about? Yeah, I mean, at 23 should allow us to do at least stomp. Are they talking... Oh, hopefully they don't mean, like, we can do fucking the old 2-slide 1. Oh, man, dude, if they buff headbutt so it's a launcher now, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, headbutt did get nerfed in 1.04, but that's what it sounds like. They're making it so... It's a launcher now. I'd have to test that. Headbutt. Down 1+2. I would hate that, dude. Okay, BT2. Oh, thank God. Yeah, BT2, okay, I'm sure you guys know by now. So, under the effects of heat mode, he has this, which did get nerfed in in the last patch. So, of course, the range was absurd, the damage was absurd. Now it's no longer a free attempt. But the problem really with the 3+4 is if we hit the opponent, right, we get BT3 guaranteed, but we still have access to our heat afterwards. The same thing is true when we go for this attempt and it doesn't hit. We still have access to BT2, which can be heat dash canceled for full launch. So what they're saying now, which is a great change, is that it no longer causes the launcher status off of the BT2 heat dash cancel. Now it's going to be probably ground splat, into unscaled, so shoulder guaranteed. So that's a big, big nerf. The buff part of it is that the damage has been improved, but still, it was crazy that he basically got chance to use heat, gave a 50-50 for free because you can't throw him at that range, and then he gets pressure and then combo potential. It's like, what? Why does he have that? Like, and it's a power crush. Like, what the fuck? So I'm glad they nerfed that. Okay, fix the issue where Feng State was judged as down after throw escape. Oh. I don't even know what that even means. Maybe there was some sort of weird bugged interaction like we talked about earlier, how if you get hit during the first 12 frames after a ground state, you can't do a wall break, so maybe that's what it means. He couldn't be hit during 12 frames and he wouldn't get a stage gimmick. That's the only thing I can kind of think of. Okay, forward 3+4. Following change have been made. A leaving issue or positional relationship became different. Adjusted collision detection. Okay, so quality of life changes. If you parry 2 options with shifting clouds, it gives you a counter launcher. Sorry, it gives you a launcher period, so they're changing it. That's a good change. Shifting clouds 2. Ooh, what the fuck? Okay, let's take a look. What the fuck is shifting clouds 2? Isn't that like the QCF2? Oh, wait, what? +6 to +25? 25. So 4-3 is 21. 25. I need to test that. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Feng. Shift 2. 25. So, I mean, like, what? Is that, like, guaranteed? I don't, like... Obviously, the easy culprit is, like, shoulder, right? But technically, I guess, at 25, you can even do a Rage Art, because Rage Art sits on 20. I'll have to take a look at that. I have no idea. Okay, hopefully Hwoarang doesn't have any new moves, because I am not a Hwoarang guy. Okay, powerful rush attacks. Aspects have been restrained. Hard to counter. Game balance is not character's performance not excessively high, which is fair. At higher levels, Hwoarang definitely is worse. But at every other level, Hwoarang is near oppressive. Okay, low-high sequence. Nice. Down 3-4. Adjusted so reliably punished. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Namco. So the problem with down 3-4 with Hwoarang, and God, I can't believe I'm about to fucking pick this character. So the problem with down 3-4 is what he's had for a long time now, ever since Tekken 7. So down 3-4 can be canceled into stance. And then I would assume it's hold forward. Yeah. There we go. So, oh shit. I guess other way around. So, whatever. I just want to show you. So, down 3-4, if we read that the opponent is going to block this stance, and they go for like a wall stand 15, like for instance, with like Hwoarang would be like a wall stand 2 option. So, if we know that they're going to try to max punish us, we can cancel RFS with back 4, which is a power crush. So, what that means is if we read the punish here, we can transition into back 4. At the same time, if we know they're going to go for a slower option or closing up, that'll leave us open for us to go for RFS forward 4 pressure instead, which of course can be counter confirmed for launcher, especially under effects of He mode. That's fully NC. So it's a losing proposition oftentimes to try to properly challenge the RFS entrance because the access of both the forward 4 interrupt and then, of course, the Big Daddy back 4. Which, once again, only minus 12. And also in this game, if you jab him, it's the RFS back 4 is safe on block. So I can probably set him to do punishment. And I'll just show you the jab part of it. Every power crush, if you absorb a hit, yeah, will basically get beat. It will do a special animation. Okay, so he tried mashing out there. He didn't have frames, though. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show it, but essentially our RFS... What is it? No, I'm on LFS, sorry. Like I said, I don't play Hwoarang. So yeah, if he doesn't have a 12 frame... Or sorry, yeah, I think it's 12 frame window. It might be 13, but if your opponent has a wall stand 14 or wall stand 15, the RFS back 4 will just beat clean, and regardless of what they do. So they get stuck in a no-win scenario where they just instantly lose. Keep in mind, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, I can just Rage Art, right? Well, yes and no at the same time. Just all sort of frame shit. Plus 14 situation. I think we can even cancel with like 2. Yeah, 13 framer. So yeah, we beat clean here in that position anyway. But yeah, very, very oppressive. So now the fact that they're getting rid of that is a nice, nice change. Thank God. Like, low-high option, so good. I mean, not even Leroy, right? Leroy couldn't even properly counter off his low-high with an option select, so that's nice. Okay, damage of wall stand 3 has been improved. Range of wall stand 2 has been improved. Yeah, so yeah, he does have some punishment issues in certain matchups. In my experience, it's not really that big a deal. But yeah, in certain matchups, maybe it is worse. Okay, yeah, so thank God they're finally re-nerfing down forward 3-4. Down forward 3-4, everyone's favorite, of course. Yeah, I don't know if you can properly confirm it. Man, that looks like you can confirm it. But yeah, same thing. You can power crush through. If they do a single jab check, same thing. They go from minus 12 to a safe situation, or we do rather, if they do a solo check. I'm going to hold back. Okay, that should be long enough. So same thing. I'm going to go ahead and one check them, and then power crush. Yeah, so we go from, you know, minus 12 to minus 6. So now that means it will be going back to its old minus 14 state, which is great. But more importantly, now on block, rather than us be minus 6 with neutral reset-ish at like range, what was that? Range 1, 1.5 maybe? Oh, look at that. Range like, basically like range 2, range 2.5. A little bit because he held back, which then leaves us for like Peacekeeper pressure and JFSR pressure, shit like that. So that's nice. Minus 9 is great. Minus 14 on block is even better. I can't believe they like buffed his down forward 3-4 that much. Like crazy, dude. Yeah, there you go. Also less pushback. Nice. Okay, low high. Interesting. So damage has been improved, but the input on the final hit is reduced. If the input player inputs second hit, recovery time has been increased, allowing the opponent to act after the second hit. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? They're saying... Oh, so I guess they're adding like a string penalty on down 3 specifically. So my first inclination was that means like 14 frames can launch it now, but maybe they mean specifically it he's forced to commit rather than canceling stance or something like that. Maybe that's what they mean. I don't know for a fact. You notice how it's a buff nerf? Yeah, hard to say. Ooh, interesting. So there's a bug, huh? He can't step into the foreground if we approach with forward 4. I didn't know about this. Holy shit. Okay, so he gets hit, and it will him a sidestep to the left. Wow, look at that. Wait, was that only on block, maybe? Ooh, what was the frames? -1? Okay, let's put him on sidewalk. Wow. Damn, so if you know which way the wall is and they can only step a particular direction, and or you know what side of the screen they're on, wow, that means it's super impressive. Down 4 is super fucking good anyway. The fact that you can link down 4 counter hit into RFS forward 4 full launch with heat. Like, bro, what? Okay, wall stand 2-3, the hitbox has been extended. That makes sense. Wall stand 2 has a kind of janky hitbox, so they had to buff it. Wall stand 3, damage improved. I don't like that because ground hits are guaranteed anyway. Nah. I don't. This is bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. Dude, okay, the damage reduced compared to what other characters can do? Are you fucking kidding me? You have a fucking safe tsunami kick. Oh, I hate to say it, but that's fucking cap, dude. What the fuck? +4, 28 damage, and it's fucking safe on block? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here, because wall stand 3 is a fucking knockdown state. Look at that. Active for 5 frames. Steel pedal effect. 443. Okay, cool. Your fucking 14 frame is bad. Compared to who? Jin in Raven? That is, dude, they should have, wow, that makes me super fucking mad. That's complete fucking bullshit. What is that trash? Weak compared to other characters? Who? Who the fuck are you talking about? That's the same thing that, like, the problem with Steve, right? He has a super good 11, and he gets nothing until, like, 16 or 18, I guess, for full crouch. Okay? But Hwoarang actually has breakpoints. He has the I-15 breakpoint, and he has an I-14 breakpoint, and he has a safe 11 that does a ton of damage, and it has good Oki. Fuck off, dude. That is horrible fucking change. That's the most insulting change I've seen so far. That's stupid fucking dumb. Okay, fix an issue where the move was immune to attack reversals. What does that even mean? The only thing I can think of is they're talking about CD3, which used to be the wall bounce effect. So maybe it like has some weird hitbox interaction where he kicks you out of the way and takes a step back. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know for a fact. Okay, tracking capability after successful parry has been enhanced. Okay, so they're talking about the command parry option. So I guess maybe it would just phantom whiff in certain scenarios. So, okay. During right stance, back neutral. Yeah, there must be some weird window if you double tap it or hold the input too long. Maybe it fucks up. I don't know. Okay, Jack. Adjusted to stabilize behavior while strengthening weakness of throws. Yeah, his throw game is super good. But I guess, yeah, he didn't get the throw buffs. Maybe that's the idea. The tracking throws. Oh, yeah, look at that. So Jack is now a grappler who doesn't have tracking throws. Oh, that's spicy. That's actually really good. I'm glad they did that because Jack has always been like a super good grappler for no reason. Kind of similar to Hwoarang in previous games. Like, Hwoarang was a better grappler than Dragunov, and I never understood why. Cool. Okay. Enhancing moves already useful in starting offense. Wide range of attacks and mix-ups from Gamma Hal have also been improved. Weird. Furthermore, reach of all... Oh, his throw range is buffed, though. Okay, so that means he's going to be stronger against Power Crush, which... Or not Power Crush necessarily, but Heat Burst. But Heat Burst is getting nerfed, so it's not a big deal either. A new form advantage in throwing capabilities. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Interesting. I don't disagree with what they said there. I like this. I like what they said here better than what they said with Hwoarang Wall Stand 3. Okay, so Rage Art has been fixed. Understandable, of course. Up forward 3. Attack does not hit. Recovery time reduced by 5 frames. And advantage -17 to -12. Reduce pushback, okay. 6 damage on close hit, but now inflicts 8 damage recoverable. Cannot be used to cause a KO. What the fuck move is this? This kind of sounds like Eagle's Perch, but he doesn't have an Eagle's Perch. Shouts to my Ogre boys out there. What the fuck is up forward 3?
Get ready for the next battle.
Ah, okay. It is like Eagle's Perch, but it doesn't jump on your head. Okay, so this doesn't do lethal chip damage. That's good. So worse on block, and then probably... Okay, active for 2 more frames. Ah, okay, cool. That's kind of cool. So it's now fully airborne. During the last 2 frames, he's no longer grounded yet until he hits the ground. So that's a nice little quality of life buff. Running 1+2. Interesting. So running 1+2 is one of the few moves that actually got buffed. So that's the old Gigas running 2. But now he's like the only one who actually got a running buff. Oh shit, I thought I said block all. Okay, sure. While rising 2-4. On block, okay. And then Gamma Hell 4 by itself. Okay. So clean +4 now. So what would the benefit of +4 be versus okay, so the first one that comes to mind, if your +4, down back 1 can't be hop-kicked. So that would cleanly beat hop-kick now. So that takes away that. Forward 2 still wins clean. I guess technically 2-3 or 2-1 would also win clean, which would then set up the 1+2, like follow pressure. Because yeah, when you're +3, forward 2 can't be power crushed. Like I can just show you rather than tell you. So yeah, this is video number 3. I think I already talked about it. If not, top right corner. So put him on block. Okay, it's not a great example because our stand jab is plus, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're plus, so yeah, this not quite the good analogy. You're only +2. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it. But basically, if we're an extra +1 frame, we don't have to commit the forward 2. We could take a safer option like 2-1 to thread against Power Crush lines specifically. Especially now that they're being uniformly nerfed. So that's nice. So anytime you're +4, you can now just go for a simple 2-1 check to win the game rather than have to be forced to go into the Dragon Punch. Like, sorry, the stop sign, the forward 2. Yeah, it's hard to show you because, like I said, our stand 2 is plus frames and 11, so it's like, oh, it's like the worst of both worlds. Technically, the generic stand 2 is +0 on block, so I could do with Kazuya here, assuming his stand 2 is the same. I could do stand 2 into forward 2. So we should win here. Oh, wait, what? Hello? Wait, we're +3, but our 10 frames winning? What's going on here? Is that PC6? Bro, what? Am I learning something right now? What the fuck? Yes, theoretically, we should be winning here. Wow. That doesn't make any sense to me. What the fuck? Am I taking crazy pills? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Throw range extended made it easier. So yeah, we don't have the ability to track throw the opponent now, but our throws generically will have more range. So I don't know if they'll have like close to like advancing range. So like what we'll probably grab here. Man, that seems pretty crazy though, doesn't it? So yeah, we'd probably be able to grab them here now, rather than have to be here to grab generically. Keep in mind, in this current patch, we have the blue spark, shit like that, a volcano, blah, 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 blah. So don't cry for them in this patch, but we'll see how far the range is. Hopefully they gave the same to Kuma. Okay, down to hitbox extended to alleviate. What is down to? Oh, generic down to? And what does that say? Full crouch? Oh, interesting. So maybe there's some weird scenario we just missed this, huh? Okay, forward 3-2 and such moves now have a better hitbox. That makes sense. Forward 3 is like an advancing knee option. It should have a pretty big hitbox on it, but I can also see it missing. Wall stand 1, yeah, that's nice. Wall stand 1 already is like this super fucking low attack, so it'd be weird that you can low profile this move or evade it. It doesn't make much sense, so that's nice quality of life buff. Okay, Jin. 4 for 2 is getting nerfed. Universal. Block has been reduced, which is a great change. Again, 4 for 2, really overtuned. Okay, Rage Art Fix. Okay, tracking ability of third hit has been nerfed. That is very good, because Jin's Heat Smash is very, in my opinion, pretty good hitbox. Very hard to evade effectively. And then same thing, if you get hit on the final hit, the Heat Smash 4 will effectively launch you on a lot of stages. It's really, really, really strong. So good that they're nerfing it. Okay, so they're nerfing Zen up forward 1. Great nerf. Making it easier to punish. Because, yeah, that's one of the things I didn't really like about Jin. I don't remember how to do command drop back. But yeah, it's very hard to react to the Zen up forward 1 and max punish it instantly. So now if he has to go for, if it's like 3 frames worse on block, that's like significantly better. Like I said, I don't know, it used to be back 1, I don't know how to get into Zen manually anymore. But on block, I believe this is exactly 15. $16. Okay, so they're not making it worse on block. They're just making it such that there's 3 extra frames of recovery. So I don't think they're going to -19, although they might make it -19. They're just adding the ability to have an extra 3 frames to max punish it. So like there, see, I didn't punish it because I was too late. So now that won't be the case. Which is a great thing, especially when you consider like online play, right? Adding any bit of lag can make these -16s, -15s require almost just frame punishment in certain situations, especially when you have the manual Zen drop into up forward 1. Very, very strong. So understandably, they're nerfing that. That's great. The great change. 4 for 2, great change. Yeah, the hitbox need to be fixed and need to be worse on block. So now there's no pushback and they're -8. So you can actually take your churn back rather than have to worry about spacing and wall positioning and then trying to sidestep and getting hit. Very frustrating because 4 for 2, of course, is a launcher. Okay, what? Adjusted the collision detection, making it difficult to slip under it. Oh, what? Okay, so they nerfed it, but also they buffed it? Wait, what? Interesting choice. Okay, and then they also buffed his Heat Smash so that it doesn't randomly whiff on the hit. That's good. Okay, Jun character, Kazama Power. Yeah, they did nerf her a little bit in 1.04, or decently nerfed her, but they also buffed her health regeneration and her self-damaging, so she doesn't bleed constantly. She's a little bit more even with her cancels and stuff like that. At the same time, I think they might have nerfed a couple cancels. But now it's more consistent. Okay, considering this, v1.05 health recovering attacks restore when they hit, make it easier for her to showcase her abilities, but also keep her fluctuation part of her game, basically. Since the practical use of certain moves was limited, performance of certain techniques was toned down. Okay, interesting. Particularly focusing on Gen stance. Interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of modern play really revolves more around Izu, of course, because of all the Izu buffs that she's received. In previous games, you could duck around Izu pretty consistently, but in this game, she has tricks to trap you into making Izu a much more scary stance. I'm not a fan of it, but hey. Okay, Rage Art fix, of course. Okay, her Heat Smash. 12 recoverable and then 6 on block. Reduce the frames of recovery time. I have never been close enough to punish her, so that seems like a weird change. Oh, there you go. Reduce distance on block. Okay, that makes sense. So it's safer on block, but now no pushback. Adjusted collision detection makes it whiff halfway. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Okay, 1-1. On hit, health recovery has been changed to a maximum of 4. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand that, but okay. 1-2-2, health recovery is increased. Okay. That must be like her sparking options. That's the only kind of thing I can think of. 4-2-1+2. Health consumption has been increased. Now worse on block. That's great. Okay, and she takes 12 damage instead of 8 now. Interesting. During heat state, damage is halved. Okay, cool. I'm... Oh, no, the health regeneration. My bad. I thought that was worse on block. Yeah, I'm going to say forward 2 canceling should be worse on block, but hey, it's okay. Okay, damage on down forward 2 has been changed. That's good. Yeah, down forward 2 is actually pretty strong, so it's smart that they nerfed that. Okay, shift to consume technique. Down back 1-2-1+2. I don't know what this move is. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Get ready for the next battle.
Ah, okay. That sequence. That's pretty good because I think it's... Let's see. Is this whole thing NCC, if I remember correctly? Wait, no. Okay, let's take 3. Yeah, how late can I confirm this? Okay. 11. Okay. Interesting. Okay, shift to a powerful technique that consumes health, recovers health, and gauge have been made. Consumption has been removed. Chip damage on block is removed. Okay, weird. On hit, recovery has been improved. And the attack... Oh. Attack effect has been changed. Okay, so it must do something completely different now. Because, yeah, I don't think that's really confirmable. It didn't really feel like... I tried max delaying it. But how fast was it? 15 frames? Yeah, is it better to take that than down forward 2-1? I don't know for a fact. $22 damage. 45. Man, I guess that's a really strong technical punish by a wall, but we have to see what it does in the new patch to really determine its value. Forward 1. Health consumption has been changed. I think this is just a quick spark. Oh, yeah, the big boy. This is also very much punishable. But yeah, also, of course, it can be performed at FC by diagonal canceling, so understandable. Okay, less damage to yourself. That's nice for sure. Interesting they're buffing it, though. Up 443. Okay, that's her Hopkick. Fix an issue. Timing. Subsequent attack before transitioning. Okay, recoverable gauge. Okay, so it's worse. Worse on block for the health back. It transitions to Mirai. Used to restore 2. Okay, so that's her charge stance. And it gives more health on later frames. Partial recovery. Okay, so I think they mean like where she stays in stance. Like that. So what did they change on it though? Okay, well that sounds pretty periodic. 1, 1, 1. So now it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I guess. So they're changing the health regeneration speed. That's my presumption. Okay, 4-4-2-2. Change has been made to tornado on aerial hit. Oh, interesting. What was that? 4-4-2-2. Okay, I think I did 1+2. God dang it. Oh, that is 4-4-2-2. So that's now a tornado spin? Okay. I mean, I can see that's being pretty valuable. Having access to a long range, like advancing 4-4-2 that also causes tornado. Okay. I would say that's a pretty substantial buff. 4-4-1+2 does more damage. I think that's just her advancing attack. Yeah. Okay, more damage on that. 2 damage, not even 10%. I mean, I guess better than nothing. Running 3 does more damage. Oh, less damage, okay. Ah, yeah, this is a big one. Full crouch down 4-2. I remember hearing about this. So full crouch down 4-2, plus 14, sets up... Oh, sorry, plus 18. So there must be even a better route. But yeah, our wall stand 3 hits on 14, so this is fully guaranteed. But if you notice the combo potential here... look at the damage scaling. Yeah, this is 100% scaled. So it's very strong, you know. You start your combo by dealing... I missed the whole sequence, but you deal at least like 20-something damage on a safe high crushing, or safer high crushing tool. So now they nerfed it so that the wall stand 3 does 70% scaling, which is a good nerf. That's a really good nerf. Change behavior on side. I have no idea what full crush down 4-3 is. Is that like a straight kick? Kind of like Asuka's old straight kick? Ah. Wait, is that just going to be a natural knockdown now? Wow. Wait, but clean hit, but it's clean hit right now. Oh, okay, so regardless, it's going to cause knockdown. Okay, I understand. Sidestep 2. Health recovery improvement. Izu 1-1. Health recovery. Health consumption has been removed. Okay, so it does no chip, but instead is now... God dang it. Yeah, I don't know what the Izu... It used to be 4+2, I think, and then they changed it to... Or maybe it was up 1+2? God dang it. Not that, not that. Dang, I don't know. Like I said, back to 1+2. I can swear that's what it was. Dang it, I'm drawing a blank here. But Izu 1-1, okay, changing that. Gen 1. Reduce recovery time by 1 frame, and now it's minus 12 on block. Okay. That's a pretty good buff. So... Gen 1. So Gen 1 is probably the Claudio option. Oh, no, it's the low. Okay, interesting. And just to confirm... Yeah, minus 12. Okay, nice little buff. Does this do anything on counter hit? Ah. Yeah, some sort of knockdown follow-up. You could probably maybe even do maybe down 1+2. Yeah. Okay, again, 3-2. Change opponent behavior on hit. No longer results in continuous block. Ooh. Hello. Interesting. So it's non-jailing now or interruptible. Second damage reduced. Second attack would now be delayed. Ah. So some sort of overhead idea. Applied pressure. I don't know. Churn steal out. Something like that. Now it can be delayed but can be interrupted. So now there's some sort of mix-up presence on defense. That's a nice change. During Gen 3 down. Oh, so that's exactly what we're just showing right there. So you would think it would leave you in FC because it looks like she can be left in left C. But now she can be, so that then leaves you at -2. You can go for the full crouch down forward 2 presence again. Or up forward 1 churn steal, stuff like that. Okay, makes sense. Okay, parry forward 3+4 command option. Increased health, okay. Interesting. Ah, so yeah, in older games, her Izu transition would have auto throw reversal. Remember how I talked about earlier how Heihachi down forward 1+2 was an auto parry, and only Ana and Jun had similar options. Yeah. So I guess now a little bit bonus health when you get the parries going on with Jun with her technical stance transitions and stuff like that. So kind of cool change. Okay, Kazuya 1.05. Mid combo option, dresses difficulty. Okay. Significant damage from quick attack down forward 1-4. What does that even? Okay, we have to see what the hell they're even talking about. And 4-4-2 is worse, because thank God. Okay, Rage Art change. Okay, Heat Smash is now worse. That's good. Damage when hitting on the ground. Interesting. So maybe there's some sort of low slump line where you can unscale Heat Smash? No shot, right? Okay, 1-1-2. Decrease distance from opponent on first attack. Okay, so Flash Punch no longer Phantom Whiffs. Nice low quality of life. Devil Form 1+4. Reversal Break Effect. I don't even know if that even is. Let's take a look. I don't know if that's the parry option or what.
Get ready for the next battle.
So whatever it is, it requires less meter allow. Oh, okay, so yeah, it is the back 1+4 or 1+3, 2+4. That's pretty cool. So that requires less meter now, so he can probably do that maybe 3 times. I guess technically we don't even have to even calculate it. 270 frames. That's 4.5 seconds. So when you heat engage, you have 15 seconds. So you can technically do it over 3 times post heat engage now. Interesting, rather than basically once. Once for heat burst. 67.5. So you could technically do it twice for a heat burst. Now you can do it over 3 times for heat engage. So that's pretty crazy. And let's see. Reversal effect. Effective. Oh, so back in the day with Devil Jin, you could do up back 1+2, and that would transition into his devil form. But when he did the devil form transition, or I guess specifically in Tekken 7, he would have a parry built into it. So he would do this animation and transition into devil form. So you'd still take damage, but it would be like a Sabaki. You'd parry him out of the way and knock him down. So now it looks like they're bringing that back. So that's a kind of cool nod to older games. Both the manual transition as well as the parry built into it. The LTG. Okay. Wall Rising 1+2. New move. Okay, so I assume that's like a flash out of FC. Yeah, so it's the same move, but out of FC. Interesting. Down forward 1-4. Effectiveness by returning on fast startup moves can be used for punishment. Okay, hitbox improvement. Ooh, it's now punishable on block. Well, wait, return on hit. What does it even do on hit, though? Allow for follow-up attacks. So maybe it now causes some sort of weird, like, float state? Where maybe, like, you get a back 2-4, and then you're +7 or +8 afterwards. So that's why it's punishable now? I wonder what that is. I definitely want to take a look at that. So Kaz, down forward, 1-4. That's my assumption. I don't think it's going to be a launcher like it was in older games. I think -11 might be overkilled. The major benefit of having a launching down forward one is that it's 15. So rather than requiring the execution for electric on Rage Art punishment, which I can't do on 1P, I'd be in the same boat as y'all. But I can do it better on 2P. But that means, I guess, if you don't have the execution it launches, then, okay, then you get a small combo or something like that afterwards. Rather than necessitating a perfect electric or electric input, the punish on -15. Now you can smash out down forward 1-4. Okay, we have to see what it does. Okay, hitbox size has been improved. Where the second hit would not occur if it was performed. Okay, so that's his, like, standing twin piston. Oh yeah, it's safe on block, and then I think on the second hit it's a counter launcher. Yeah. Okay, so they're buffing that. Interesting. And improving the tracking, so I guess it's more of a scary option now. That's a weird buff to give them, though. Okay, down forward 3-2. Adjusted size of hitbox. Sometimes a whiff mid-combo. Okay, bug fix. Down back 1-4. Distance on a grounded opponent. Oh yeah, there's a reset against grounded, where if you're in heat mode positioning, you can extend your combo or reset them for free if they don't get off the ground correctly. Okay, back 1. Collision fix, so they're fixing his 11 frame. Back to 1+2. Okay, extend it downward, so that means that's a buff for back 2-4 as well. Stabilize mid-combo. So recovery has been reduced by 1 frame, so maybe new combo structures. And the recovery frame on the last hit has been improved by 8. But the opponent is also recovered by 8 frames. But the frame advantage is identical because the frames are faster for both players. Okay, interesting. I wonder if that means it'll be harder to max punish back to 1+2 because it's a high. Maybe you have to duck and launch instantly rather than maybe have a small window to properly duck it. I'm just speculating. Okay, 4-4-2. They had to nerf it. 4-4-2 is way too strong. Okay, now you can do 4-4-2 without going to attack throw with Devil. Wall stand 2 now has a better hitbox, so it no longer will probably miss against a lot of low, high crushing, low profile moves. That's good. Wall stand 1+2, same thing. Buffing its lower hitbox. That's good. Nice. Good. 2 good quality of life fixes. Keep in mind, wall stand 2 with Kazuya is launch punishable. Devil form, Heaven's Gate. Change the heat timer on throw. Okay. Rather than just counting or stopping for the first hit. Okay, that's nice quality of life change. Okay, his legend kick thing. Chip on block. Understandable. Devil form consumption. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Ah, okay, the attack throw. Okay, but we don't have to go into it. We can now just hold back to do the legend kick. Okay, so I guess if you're at a wall position, maybe it's more valuable to... Yeah, so maybe it's more valuable to do the legend kick and your post spin rather than do the attack throw. So maybe you have to break a wall or something like that. Power break, you can do it now, so that's nice. Recovery time of second attack has been reduced by 5 frames. Okay, so I guess the Hell Sweep is just better on hit now? Okay, so now we're +9 instead of +4. Okay, okay. I'm sure that's good by the wall. CD 1+2. Do the slow startup. Not effective for counter hits. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know, man. They're making that faster? Okay, wait. Damage increased. Block properties changed. Okay. Okay, so they're leaving it the same speed. They're just making it more scary on block. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Because, yeah, this is looking very similar to his old forward +2. Like that move. Which used to be a wall bounce, so now it's a charge forward +2. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Okay, and something to do with his throws. The camera would fuck up. Okay, King, powerful strikes. Command throws, yeah. General throw changes. Considering the loss of high crushing options or high crush, power crush. Common adjustment, common throw, or command throws, homing attacks. Existing strategies need to be adjusted. Several aspects have been improved. Yeah, so now he has a wave dash. He's always kind of had a pseudo one where you can, like, with a lot of practice, do essentially a wave dash, but now he has a wave dash. But the problem is he doesn't really have anything at a wave dash. He can perform a CD1, which he could always do, which is the low FC down forward one. He could perform the CD 1+2, but that's about it. That's kind of all he has. So, okay, they're making the wave dash more of a thing for King, but it's not like you're playing Armor King with a Jet Upper, or sorry, the Dark Upper. Like I said, so CD1, and then CD 1+2, and then CD 1+2, I believe, should still be a counter launcher, yeah. So now he can, like, Weiwu more properly without, like really slow QCF inputs, I suppose. Like I can't even do it because I don't even fucking practice this shit. So normally you just, like, do, like, blah, 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 blah. Now it's going to be, like, a more proper wave dash. So maybe, okay, I get a Weiwu GS buffer, or Weiwu instant shining, right? Maybe that's the idea. Weiwu Hopkick. Stuff like that. So, yeah, not really necessary. But, okay. Better than nothing, I guess. Okay, Rage Art fix. Heat mode activation. Okay, weird. I mean, it already hits the ground. So what does that mean? Expand hitbox downward. I don't understand. It hits the ground. Who can low profile that? Is that maybe they meant vertical? Maybe they meant upwards? Okay, now he can do a wave dash. B step is pretty funny. Crouch status has been removed. Oh. So I guess when he would do this, right? If we do this, we're in FC immediately. So then we have access to that tool. Oh, so that means they probably got rid of CD1. Because that's a shortcut, technically, the CD1 input. That only can happen because that's technically FC down forward 1. So that means he only has CD 1+2 then, or instant wall stand option. CD 1+2. I mean, he could Weiwu, into wall stand 1+2, which is only -10. So, but okay, they got rid of the CD1 then, so he can't shortcut the input. Because technically, a character like, what do you call it? Nina can also perform the same thing. They can perform these FC options with a crouch dash input. So, similar to King, she has WTF, but it can also be performed as wave dash WTF. So it's weird to see that with King, that means he doesn't have access to CD1, which kind of sucks, to be honest. But hey, what can you do? It's one of those things which, it's like, okay, cool, I have that, but then it's like, oh, wait, I kind of lost other stuff. Okay, King, forward 3, 1+2. Recovery time reduced by 6 frames. Okay, that's good. Yeah, exactly. That's one of my complaints with King. I think I talked about that in the predictions video. Yeah, a lot of these attacks of Kings will put you into a stun state where everything's guaranteed, and especially considering the fact that the People's Elbow guarantees follow-up is not fun to go against. So it's like, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, forward 4. Hitbox improved, so that's a Sabat kick is homing. Given the weakening of throws, make it his homing stronger. Okay, understandable. Down +2, down 3 +4, 4. Oh, down 3 +4, sorry. Ollie kicks. Unifying the recovery time when it hits from the front. Stabilize behavior when used from certain attacks. Huh. Okay, I guess so you can't evade it easily? I don't know. I mean, keep in mind, Ollie kicks, these are all, like, launch punishable, so I don't know. Wow, Damek 3. Crouching on frame 6 now. Wow. Keep in mind, he still has 4 for neutral too, which is probably arguably better than Damek 3 anyway. Okay, Damek 1 +2, 2. Reduce distance, hitting attack, activating heat. Okay, so Damek 1 +2 is his charge stance. We saw the John do that a lot in ATL. So, flex, flex, flex. And then you can do the follow-up if you want to go for it. So let's push back now. That's good. Fix an issue where it's not possible to transition to a strike throw. Okay, so maybe from weird back positioning, maybe the flex option doesn't transition. Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe there's some weird scenario. Okay, back 3 got nerfed. I predicted that. High power crush nerf. Yep. Recovery time reduced by 6. Wow. Thank God. Like I said, I hate this shit. There is absolutely nothing fun with getting hit by that. Sorry, I hit the turbo button. And evidently, I don't know what the timing is. Oh, I'll mash it. So yeah, +0, and look how slow they recover off the ground. So yeah, you get a plowed 50-50 for free, all the kick option. So now they recover 6 frames quicker, so that's a nice change. 4 for 2. Recovery time. Wow, +0 on block. 4 for 2. Whoa. Shit, it's too slow. Huh? Damn, wow, that's really good. Crouching the standing. Oh, interesting. So you can't even, like, duck jab here in this position either. At +7, that would mean you could 2-1 and interrupt them. And then 2-1's already strong, because, of course, 2-1 +8. So that sets up another 2-1, so on and so forth. Super, super good shit. So yeah, no longer in full crouch, so you can apply pressure instantly. Which means you could probably technically go for a 4 for 2 on block. And then buffer GS right on 10, and they can't escape it. Same thing with the duck jab. It wouldn't work. Although, technically, if they duck jab, they'll OS the GS, but whatever. Okay, neutral 2. Okay, they finally nerfed it, thank God. +5 on hit, that's a great change. Less damage on counter hit. Oh, okay, they got rid of the trade, so I think if you trade 4 for neutral 2, it's a launcher, similar to Armor King. Yeah, got a combo. Okay, I would like to have seen it be worse on block, but that's fine. Okay, so now they gave him Reyna's full crouch down forward 4. So yeah, in older patches or older games, if the opponent is like mashing above your head, let me see if I can do this. I'm just gonna do like 2-1-4. Yeah, you can't punish even though there are a bunch of highs. Okay, well that time we could, but yeah, there was a high crush bug where you couldn't do a buffered full crouch down forward 2 like that. You would get like some sort of duck jab, and the game was kind of bugged. Reyna didn't have that problem, and I thought in v1.04 they buffed it for every single character, but evidently they didn't. Okay, so Muscle Buster, yeah, thank God. Muscle Buster option now no longer, I guess, would guarantee 3 or whatever. Yeah, certain situations you couldn't escape, and you take rot. Typically, you would like side roll to the right to escape wake up, but yeah, you can't do that anymore. So yeah, they made it so it's easier to defend against. That's good. Okay, Kuma. Unintended behaviors. Rage art, fixed it. Okay, cool. So, Heat Smash has a better hitbox. 2-1 has a better hitbox. That's thank God. A 4-3-4. Interesting. I wonder would that ever miss. 4-4-1+2. Interesting. Better hitbox than 4-4-1+2 is a big buff. That's a substantial buff. HPS 2 and HPS 4-2. Interesting. 4-2 with a better hitbox? Okay, I don't understand. Tracking ability of subsequent attacks has been enhanced. Mitigating occurrence of whiffing midway. Okay, interesting. So G clef. Down 4-1-2. Okay. Okay, like quality of life bug or fixes. I can't hate on it. Down 2. Okay, so these are the Jack full crouch options. We saw Jack do that. So they fixed it, so better hitbox. And in roll 3, no longer phantom whiffs. Okay. Yeah, I think certain characters can't snap kick it properly. I think we encountered something like that on stream the other day too. Okay, Lars. Rage art. Hitbox fix. Heat smash. Now no longer phantom whiffs if the first hit hits. Okay, I'm not a fan of Lars's heat smash because it seems to be really fucking far reaching and fast, but okay. Okay, oh, thank God. Avalanche got nerfed. Expanded hitbox. Yeah, Avalanche, up 4-3+4 with Lars, is basically like Akuma's Dragon Flip or his Demon Flip. It just it causes a lot of things to miss, and there really is no counterplay in the current patch for it. You'd have to know exactly what move beats it, and basically spam that move, which leaves you open up to other options. So, thank God they fixed it. Down 4, I've never really had a problem with it being profiled, but okay, that's fine. SE1, hitbox adjusted. Okay, so similar to Demon Paw for Mishima's, SE1 is getting a similar nerf. No longer going to phantom hit you if you're to this side, so that's a nice nerf. Okay, Martial Law, Rage Art fix. Heat Smash, lower the tracking ability of the second hit. Thank God, because I hated that. Change the behavior on hit on the second hit. Oh my God, I'm so fucking happy. I hate Lost Heat Smash. Hate it. Shit. Just take my word for it. So basically, the problem with Lost Heat Smash, first of all, it's fast, right? I think it might be I-16. I-14, okay, that's cool. But yeah, this is the annoying part about it, is it actually, it penalizes you currently for, properly playing against it. So if you get hit by the second hit, it's a launcher. Straight up, it's a spin launcher. But if it's probably hard to notice here. But when he does the hit, he's actually ducking when he goes for the second hit. So if you try to backdash and then challenge him with a high, you get launched. And it's like, what? Why am I getting penalized for trying to play around the option that I knew you're going to do? And yeah, thank God. I mean, I hated that shit. Oh, so frustrating. Like, a launcher and it high crushes too. Like, it's better to get the whiff the first hit than to try to, like, I don't know, man. Keep in mind, you can't power crush or heat burst the follow-up hits. Every single hit of Heat Smash all has the property. Every single hit. So, every single hit can't be armored. So, that's good. Okay, Heat Mode 1+2. Change behavior on block. Oh, interesting. So, Heat Mode 1+2. Yeah, should be safe on block. 1+2 by itself is not. So, less pushback. So, it's probably going to be more like that now. Proper amount of pushback. Rather than this crazy, super long range. I'm -8, but am I really -8? Similar to Mishima Demon Paw. So, that's a great change. Behavior adjusted. Okay, wait. Okay. So behavior on landing a down hit has been modified. Considering what follow-ups... Oh, okay, so maybe they're making it so whenever you slide... I don't know how to turn around quickly. But yeah, if you try to get up incorrectly, right, you just get completely annihilated. So like spring attack, I guess. Yeah, I don't know the quick way to turn around there. My bad. I don't play Law at all. But yeah, you basically 1+2, and then you steel pedal them and get a launcher for free. So maybe they made it such that if they get up off the ground incorrectly, the steel pedal isn't guaranteed. That's probably what I assume they're doing it. With that being said, it says heat 1+2 is not affected by it. So that's nice. That's a substantial good change. Yeah, repetitive and powerful offense is definitely one way to put it. Okay. Adjusted input reception to make it easier to perform from FC. So that's his Bulldog. Ah. Interesting. It gives us up forward 1 instead, rather than Bulldog from standing. Okay, nice little bug fix. Expanded hitbox. Okay, yeah, so during the slide animation, similar to like other slides, yeah, he's slippery. It's hard to hit him. So now that they're nerfing it, that's a nice little change, quality of life buff. Behavior of opponent has been successfully on parry has been adjusted. Mitigating occurrence of counter hit whiffing. Okay, nice change. Okay, Lee option. Common adjustments to heat dash. So 443, similar to Demon Paw. Hitman up 4-4. Yeah, that was nerfed as well. Wall stand 2-3 has been improved. Interesting. I'm curious. Okay, we'll probably get to it. Okay. Rage art change. Oh, okay, so wait. Why is it two sentences? Why is it 2 sentences? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, heat mode. Forward movement has been improved. Okay, so he has more range now on the low heat smash. Forward 2-1, tracking has been improved. That way it doesn't drop out. Yeah, by the wall, similar to Shaheen. Forward 2-1 can phantom whiff. That's good, and the hitbox has been improved, so it's more consistent. Okay, I like that change. That's a great change. Okay, down forward 1. Yeah, there's a famous clip going on Twitter right now with people not understanding that Lee's down forward 1 actually goes under jabs and shit. But like Lars's does it too. And I don't know why people don't complain about Lars, but whatever. So yeah, they fixed a bunch of things phantom whiffing for Lee. That's a great change. Great nerf. It alleviated an issue where positional relationship with opponent became different than intended when near the wall. I'm not sure what they mean by that. It must cause some sort of weird crossover situation maybe and put you into a negative position. Back 1-1, tracking ability has been improved. Okay, so if back 1 hits, the second hit will hit now. That's a nice fix. Back 1+2. Characteristic and heat mode. Just frame inputs. Deferring was successful or not. Okay, so bug fix. Okay, his power crush has been nerfed. So like the other players, high power crush was a little too oppressive. Now it's worse on block. No pushback. And the tracking has been fixed. Yeah, that's a nice nerf because the tracking on it was kind of silly sometimes. Okay. Okay, so it looks like Lee has the same problem with up forward 1+2 out of FC. Hitman 3. Fixed an issue with the hitbox. Was powered up. Intercepting, but smaller than the regular version. Okay, bug fix. Okay, Leo adjusted. Counter hit down 1. Serve as an entry point for heat activation. Additionally, but yeah, I mean, she has counter hit down 2. Like, who cares about counter hit down 1? Back 4-1. Cancel improvement. Usability. QCF 2-4. Okay. Expand offense by adding tactical nuances. Okay, cool way to put it. Okay, so she's losing her wall damage, thank God. Okay, so Rage Art hitbox change, of course. Heat Smash. Distance from an opponent would reduce when the first is blocked. To alleviate it whiffing midway. Okay, sure. 443, move status, given a jump status before attack startup. Okay. Nice little buff. I don't know if I really agree with that, but okay. The issue with 443 is, of course, you don't want to transition to BOK because then you're punishable for no reason. But I guess adding the jump status is okay. So they're adding the same thing off of her install mode 4243, which is basically the same attack, although it's enhanced with the install. Okay, down 1. Why is down 1 getting buffed? She has down 2. Why is down 1 getting buffed? I don't understand this. Okay, change damage by 1 more point. Behavior on counter hit no longer causes knockdown. So yeah, in its current state, down 1 causes a ground status for the opponent. But like I said, it used to be a counter launcher, but what they did is they gave her down 2 to supplement the absence of down 1. So she has this now, when down 1 used to be something similar, but now it just causes the splat state. But why would you buff down 1 when down 2 is like right? I mean, down 2 is what, +7 and shit like that? +4, +4S. Yeah, -2. Okay, sure. Okay, transition into crouch by holding down. Interesting. So the idea is they want you to do down 1 and then wall stand 4, 1+2 guaranteed, because you're left into +13 after down 1. Down 1 hold down to stay into FC. Interesting. But, like, how fast is down 1? Okay. Okay, sure. Keep in mind, wall stand 4, 1+2 doesn't actually wall splat, though. So it's a little bit devalued anyway as a combo starter. It's just a nice little standing state 50-50 force, especially with the effects of the install. So it's a buff, but I don't know. It feels kind of incomplete. Okay, behavior on counter hit has been altered such for follow-up attacks. Okay, so maybe that's now forward 1+2 ender, which is a counter launcher. Maybe that's what they mean by that. I could see that being the case. Okay, punch parry is now significantly slower. Look at that, 2-frame punch parry. Now it's a 5-frame punch parry, so similar to Leroy Sabaki. So nice nerf. Damage on wall stand 4-1 has, or 1-4-1 has been nerfed. Understandable. Yeah, a lot of damage for the finisher doing the T6 structures. Wall stand 1+2. Okay, now it's more like Dragunov wall stand 1+2, huh? -14 on block rather than -15. Okay, stomp is a little bit worse. So that means BOK 1+2 enders devalued because the stomp damage is slightly reduced. Keep in mind, if you reset, like you're doing reset damage, so that means the damage is scaled 21. If you round it, it gets rounded down. So anytime you're going from an even number to an odd number, that's actually real translatable damage. Because, yeah, that would be counting on the unscaled hit of the calculation. Okay, K and K 3-4, damage reduced. That's a good thing. Parry, mitigate the successful parry. So, okay, so now the follow-up is guaranteed. Oh, she still has up forward 1 parry? No shit, okay. Cool. So that will no longer phantom whiff either. Okay, Leroy. No significant changes because the changes from 1.04, yet he has one of the longest list here. High damage combo starter, unstable. Okay, so nice. They're fixing his rolling punch. That's nice. Once per match cane. Oh, nice. Yeah, the cane will no longer cost you the consumption unless it actually hits or gets blocked. That's a nice change. That's actually something that was like people have been complaining a lot about with the heat smash, is if you interrupt them during their heat smash attempt, it doesn't actually cost you the meter. So you get to basically mash your heat smash again on successful of you getting mashed out. Like you just can mash again. So cool, he gets that now. Okay, Rage Art fix. Cane, like as mentioned, the cane will not be consumed unless it works. Fix an issue with the first hit unintentionally. Oh, okay, so yeah, certain strings have always had a bug like this where the down forward 1 wouldn't track, but if you mash out the rolling punch, the down forward 1 will suddenly track. So yeah, there are strings like that, so it's understandable. Okay, so down forward 2, twin piston option. Okay, cool. So regardless of axis, they'll churn the opponent around. That's a nice quality of life buff. Leroy has needed something like that for a long time. One of the problems with Leroy is actually his punishment when it comes to like really big high damage combos. He has 1+2, of course, which is a heat engager, but look at the damage. It was reduced in T8. But if you're ever like super far off axis, you can't do the combo line because it doesn't work. So now, if even on this axis, if it will push them into the correct direction, that means we can go for a simple combo structure like a 4-2-3-4, rather than go for QCF4. But keep in mind, or QCF2, QCF2 probably still doesn't work to the side either. Yeah, so now it's going to consistently work. Keep in mind the twin piston is launch punishable. Like look at that, -18. So if you fuck up the combo, even if it's not your fault, you're dead. -18. So thank God. Thank God they're fixing that. Finally. Okay, expanded hit box. Yeah, down back 3 is very, very strong. So now I guess it's easier to hit this move. It's strong because you can parry. And now that parry beats hop kicks and stuff, that will be... They had a nerf down back 3. Understandable. Fix an issue with unnatural forward movement. Huh? Back 4 is so bad. What do you mean forward movement? Like he actually puts him at 0? Well, that'd be kind of cool buff. Seeing as how it's only +4. Doesn't do anything against airborne, by the way. Okay, so rolling punches no longer -13. It's now -15. Now the reason they did that is because the just frame parry, the flop state. Let's see here. Okay, they would fix it. Hit with a hitbox. Okay, so it will consistently hit, which has always been a problem with Leroy, but doing the flop state especially, that makes it stronger. Honestly, though, down back 2 has been so nerfed in Tekken 8, it's almost not even worth using anyway, so now the fact that it might be launch punishable, I would imagine Leroy players are probably not going to do it anyway. They'll go for the Hermit forward 4 line or whatever instead. Specifically. Yeah, because the damage is so bad, it doesn't really cause floor break anymore. I don't know what Namco is doing. Okay, Hermit 1+2, hitbox fix, that's a good thing. Yeah, you don't want it phantom whiffing, especially because I believe the Hermit 1+2 is launch punishable. So, that's a good fix. Okay, and then the Big Daddy change. Parry working, it doesn't say here, but parry works against certain moves again, rather than doesn't work against anything. So, that's a great change. Damage has been improved with the just frame. And then recovery. Okay, so change was made to account for recovery time of back 2 for unscaled. Okay. Interesting. So a buff and a nerf simultaneously with the down back 2 change. Fix an issue where Leroy would be considered face away if they broke the 1+3. Oh, interesting. And man, we still have a long way to go on this list. I am probably going to call it here. Yeah, we'll continue this tomorrow. It's already been like 3 hours, and I still have a lot of stuff to cover. So, yeah, we'll call it here. Be on the lookout for the v1.05 patch final tomorrow. I should hopefully be able to pound through the rest of this. Especially, well, it's hard to say because Victor is going to have new moves, so we'll figure it out. Like I said, this is already 3 hours deep, so don't unfortunately have time because I have work tomorrow. So if you like the content, consider subscribing. If you especially like the content, consider becoming a member where I have early access stuff up. Currently, I don't think I have anything early access, but there are members-only content. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is going to take forever to upload because I'm also recording this on 1440p at like 15K or 15 megaseconds. So God, this file's going to be huge. So you probably won't even see this for like 3 hours from when I stop recording now. So, okay, I'll see you guys in the follow-up breakdown tomorrow. And I'll check you guys out later. Later, guys.